Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. This is very late organized, or not late organized, but I only set up this stream at lunchtime today. So I don't think many people know I'm actually going to be streaming now, but regardless, we're going to be streaming. How is everyone in chat? I can never see. I can never see how many people are in chat, and it's horrible. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll just pretend that there's 1,000 of you, and I will get severely embarrassed. Hello, the Fazbear End channel. I've seen you've been chatting away by yourself. Fazbear Entertainment have joined the stream, guys. Fazbear Entertainment. Oats, welcome. It's Ozone. That is so true. Jake, what's up? I'm at work, so I won't be able to stay long. Oh, that's fine. You can always watch the playback if you want to. Not forcing you to, but if you wanted to, you can do that. That is always an option. But I appreciate you being here and sending a message anyway. D time. Why are you avoiding spoilers? Are you going to read the book yourself when it eventually delivers or something? Hi Jaxolotl, how's it going? That's a cool name. I love Sora more than you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys. It's Wednesday. Best day of the week. Actually is. Wednesday is a really good day of the week. Oh, I can see how many viewers I have now. There you go. 30. Woo! Haha. 30 viewers strong already. Super Goat, welcome. Clowntown Jude, Anon, Fallen Heart, Modman, Scraps. I'm waiting for the bus, so might as well see what's going on here. Oh, great. I've caught you when you're about to catch the bus again. Yes, I do remember last time. Spencer Cruz, or is it? Oh, wait. Yeah. Got a cigarette burned by a dangerous stranger yesterday. An Ozone stream is just what I need now. What on earth? A cigarette burned by a dangerous stranger? How does that even happen? That is mad. I hope that you are okay and you are recovering. That is crazy that that you got a cigarette burn. What? That's horrible. That must really hurt. You don't have to share context if you don't want to, but I hope that you're doing well, and thank you so much for donating $10. That means so much to me. Okay, let me pull up the main screen. Here we go. Oh my god, ID is back. I'm gonna get rid of ID. Don't want her here. Okay, there we go. No offense, ID. Yeah. You would think it would be a shock vape in this day and age. I mean, true. Vapists are everywhere. Okay, I'm sorry, mummy and daddy, if you're watching this. I have vaped 2 vapes, and I have come to the conclusion that it is disgusting. They are disgusting, and they're very harmful, and they're very addictive. At least not in my case, they're addictive, but they are very addictive substances, and you shouldn't vape, you shouldn't smoke. I don't know why people do that to themselves. I will say I had the 2 that I was having because I was feeling very stressed, and somebody was like, you know what, you could have a vape and it will free up your stress, but it didn't. Since we got a Susie thing in this book, will we get more books with a missing children's incident reference like Susie in this? Thing is, this book is specifically about FNAF 1 and the earlier games. I'd say FNAF 1 to 3 this is mostly about. And I think that this is the perfect opportunity to tell more of the MCI story if there is more of a story to tell. Does that mean I think there's going to be more MCI revelations and stuff like the Susie thing in future books? It could happen, but I would say that this book would be the one that it would happen in. And we're going to see if there's any more, because I'm hoping that there's one for each missing child, but I don't think there will be. I think it would just be the Susie. Psychic, what is your opinion on grilled cheese? Why is that relevant? Why is that relevant at all? Grilled cheese is actually incredible, by the way. But I feel like sometimes you got to put something with the cheese, right? You gotta accompany. Because I'm hungry. Okay, I just had garlic bread. I literally just had garlic bread for dinner. Because like one roll of garlic bread is enough for me to survive a night. Speaking of survive the night, what I mean is like you need like ham and cheese, and then grill it, and it's amazing. Ham and cheese toasties are always the best. Garlic bread is also a meal of legends. I agree. I think it just gets a little bit boring after the first 5 pieces or whatever. But there you go. That's probably why people don't just eat garlic bread for dinner. But there you go. All right. So what are we doing today? We are going to be continuing the week before and hopefully finishing the week before. I'm really hoping that we can finish this today. Obviously, 2 days ago we did the last stream. We got through night 3 and 4, and as I said, we kind of came to the part where Susie just appeared out of nowhere, or she didn't appear, but it was implied because we were possessed by something. Something came over us when we lit this cupcake that was yellow, that had a yellow base and pink frosting, just like the FNAF 3 mini games. And then we said a name came to our mind, Susie, and it was really strange. But obviously that is what happened. Jake, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. When are you ever gonna stop? I'm really I'm thrilled. I am. I really appreciate all the donations that always come in. So thank you. I missed a bit of a stream and Ralph got possessed. It was like an instant. Like it was very quick. But basically we were in the kitchen, which of course doesn't have the cameras, and we found this cupcake, and I think to fend off Chica or something, I think we lit the cupcake, and then something came over us. Yeah, there was like a possession thing, and basically it was implied that Susie was there, like Susie was a spirit right there in front of us. Sorry for the ad. You're my favourite FNAF YouTuber? That means so much. Thank you, because I think FNAF YouTube is quite populous, but that genuinely means a lot. What do you think about Hyperdroid's Dave theory? I like this theory. What about your opinions? I have already made a video on it, so you can go and check out my video after the stream. And yeah, but overall, I think it's one of the best theories that's come out of this year, to be honest. It's a huge revelation, and I think it's correct. I think it makes too much sense. Not sure who's my favourite between Psychic or Ozone. Yeah, same. Nah, Psychic's cool. I think Psychic does better streams, and I do better videos. Is that fair? Is that fair? Although, to be fair, Psychic has some pretty pog videos as well. There. The puppet got tears after Charlie's death. Do you think that the tears just appear after Charlie, or just painted the tears on? I don't think it really matters. I think the implication is that it's just like a metaphor. Like the puppet has tear streams when Charlie is possessing it. I don't think it could have been painted, but like who would be the puppet painter? Like it's weird. I don't have your editing skills. Why, thank you, Psychic. You are flattering me. Okay. We all have different strengths. That is very true. Okay. What I'm going to do... Can you play Rumble's Revenge? It's an official Gravity Falls game. Please play it before you watch episode 19. Spoilers, I've watched season 1. I've finished with season 1. I haven't uploaded all the videos yet, obviously. Not even members have that yet. But I finished season 1, and without spoiling my reaction, I got a little bit upset. I freaking loved it, and you guys are gonna love this reaction, I think. But I might have cried. And it's only season 1 as well. It's like it's not even like it's a big thing. Anyway, we're gonna get into the week before because otherwise we're never gonna get into it. So you start your last shift ever at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza with mixed emotions. Interesting that we're saying that when there's clearly going to be a night 6, because there always is. This has been a killer week. Great. But you handled everything well, and the events of last 4 nights have reminded you that you're still very good at your job. The animatronics require, no, they deserve, caretakers who appreciate them and understand them, and you've always been that. And yet, you can certainly do without the high stress and anxiety that you might not survive until morning. Your daughter needs someone to take care of her too. The night watchman can always be replaced, but she only has one dad. Okay, technically fathers can be replaced, but there is definitely only one Coppelia, and you'd like to be in her life as she grows up. That's what all this is for, so you can get a job with a lower mortality rate and a better work-life balance. For some reason, you've had a hard time remembering each night after you go home, until you come back to work the next day. Like it says in your employee handbook, what happens at Freddy's stays at Freddy's. Employee handbook. Is that the survival logbook? Do you guys think? Probably not. I'm going to say probably not. But that's interesting to think about. Is that the survival logbook? Maybe. Probably not, right? Because I think the survival logbook has FNAF 3 images and stuff in it, so it's probably going to be more around that time, and it might just be. Although then at that point, is it like a prop? I don't know. Would you rather buy 11 copies of Mario and Luigi Brothership or 1 PS5 Pro without a disc drive on November 7th? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'd rather get PS5, because what's the point of having 11 copies of one game? Anyway, survival logbook made in the 80s, potentially. We don't really know. I hate that I'm about to say this because it goes against all my logic that I always have, but we don't even really know if the survival logbook is canon in the way that the FNAF 3 images are there, so therefore it has to be out of FNAF 3. Like, is that good logic? We don't really know, but I mean, I think it's probably right. He doesn't want the new Mario RPG game and instead gets an overpriced console. I would want the Mario RPG game, but I don't want 11 copies. Sorry, there was one last sentence. Unless there's a major coverage in the papers and nightly news. One of the drawbacks of working the late shift is there are no co-workers to see you off on your last night. You always thought if you left this job, the company would throw you in a big going away party celebrating your many years of service. Then again, considering what can happen at Freddy Fazbear's pizza parties, you're probably better off not drawing too much attention to yourself, as sweet as it would be to hear Freddy sing "For He's a Jolly Good Fellow" to you. Actually, it turns out that the restaurant didn't even open today. You don't know why. Maybe it was because the dining area was such a mess, you think guiltily. That doesn't affect your shift though, except who knows what the animatronics have been up to all day on their own. Which reminds you about the job you have to do. There is no time to fall asleep at the wheel. Krabby Melt, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Or members. I'm too Twitch. Yeah. Thank you so much, Krabby. You as well. Like you and Jake have. You just donate so much, and I really appreciate it. To me and Psychic. I'll say that on behalf of Psychic as well. You switch on the monitor and check out the show stage camera. Your seat isn't even warm yet before you jump up from it in surprise. The stage is empty. It's just after midnight. The animatronics are way ahead of schedule. They could be restless after being alone all day. Hopefully they aren't upset about their party last night being interrupted. They might be out seeking revenge. Yeah, this is when all of them are going to be out at once, isn't it? Are we ever going to see Golden Freddy in this book? I'm hoping we're going to see Golden Freddy. Or could they be angry that you're leaving? You've been a part of the Fazbear family, TM, for so long. Perhaps they don't want you to go, or they don't want you to get away. You laugh off these ridiculous notions as you punch buttons to check each camera. You've definitely been working here too long if you think the animatronics have a vendetta. They can only respond to external stimuli according to their programming, like recharging when the lights go out or restoring wandering exoskeletons to their suits where they belong. Ha ha ha. You find the animatronics immediately. Bonnie is at the far end of the West Hall, heading towards the security office. Freddy is in the dining area, making his way down the aisle toward the security office. Foxy is halfway through the curtains of Pirate's Cove, also probably on his way to the security office. Who told them you're leaving? How do they know? You swallow your panic and keep clicking around. Chica? Where's Chica? The kitchen camera is dark as usual, but you don't hear anyone in there. Chica could be anywhere. You glance over at the open door to your right. She could be anywhere. Man, you look like an adult. I am an adult. Okay, so we're going to start a poll. What? That is not how you spell what, by the way, but whatever. Close left door. Close right door. Poll is incoming, by the way. It's probably already in chat when you are watching this. Kitchen, feed, or vents. Oh my gosh. Kitchen, feed, or vents behind. There we go. Rightos! Hello. This book is so good. How are you enjoying it so far? I am freaking loving it. It's really cool so far. To be honest, we haven't actually seen that much yet, so don't spoil, of course. You weren't going to anyway, I know, but we haven't actually seen like Golden Freddy. We haven't seen William Afton cameo or anything like that. But it's still been really cool. We did witness some strange happenings with Susie, and I now think I can write a full theory video. So that's gonna happen as soon as I finish this book. But how did you enjoy it? Because I assume you're gonna have, or have you already done videos on it? I'm not sure. You got visit. This book is probably my new favorite. Excited for you to see all the endings. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to get all of the endings today. I don't even know how much is left of the book. We're on night 5, for anybody who's catching up. And I know that there's going to be a night 6 as well, so that's going to be one of the endings. That's probably like a secret ending, just like in VIP, where you have like the super secret ending where you have to get like 100,000 points. That was a stupid ending, by the way, looking back, retrospectively. The book is so good, and it's filled with lore, possibly my favorite FNAF book. That is great to hear, to be honest. What I was saying when we streamed 2 days ago, this same thing, is I actually, it was at a point where I was actually preferring VIP because this one kind of felt, I don't know, it felt a little bit slow, but at the same time, it's really cool that we're seeing this, and it's really cool that it's a really hard book. I don't know how many times you died in your playthrough, but I've died quite a lot. And that's because like that's what it would be like if you were in that position in FNAF 1. Like it's genuinely that terrifying. Put that in an oh yeah thumbnail. I only did a podcast episode so far, but I plan to do a lot of videos on it. This book is dense. I am excited to get to the really lore-y bits. So many deaths. Psychic died a lot as well. I died a lot in this. It's that hard. I'm glad that other people are dying a lot as well, because then it's not just me. But we have death counter is currently at like 30 or something. Probably not that high, but pretty high. What is the poll saying? We've got 23% for these top 3, and then 30% for the vents behind. So I think last time we actually did go into the vents, but we're going to check them. Basically, we're looking for Chica here, I think, right? Because we know where everyone else is. We just need to find Chica. Let's have a look. Now that you know the vent is there, you hate having an open access point behind your back. You'll feel much better knowing that it's secured, so you scramble to the rear wall of the security office and crouch down in front of the low rectangular opening. It's dark. You sigh and get down on your hands and knees so you can poke your head into the vent. You look to your right and squint, but you can't see into the depths of the shaft. You also don't hear anything but the soft whoosh of circulating air. It seems safe enough. Maybe the animatronics don't know about this path to the office. You retreat from the space and climb to your feet, dusting off your hands and pants. You turn and your blood turns to ice. That's a really cool line there. You turn and your blood turns to ice. Bonnie stands at the left door and Chica is at the right. They look at each other, then slowly turn their heads to focus on you. You drop to the ground and try to escape into the vent, but strong hands grab your legs and yank you backwards. Bonnie and Chica pull your legs in opposite directions, like when you and your daughter break the turkey's wishbone at Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. I wish. Snap. Frick. We died again. That is crazy. That's a crazy ending. Oh, as Ritos is saying, yeah, it's a crazy ending. I thought you were going to the vent. To be honest, the vent is the most interesting option. I think the reason this book is really hard is because genuinely any of the options can be true at any point, or like can be the right option at any point, because all of them are pretty valid options, I would say. And like, I'm not going to know whether we go left or right. Like, it's pretty hard to know. So this book is very hard. But again, I feel like that's somewhat intentional. Like, especially to VIP, this book is very hard. There's a lot more death scenes, and there's a lot more choices that we have to make. But it's intentionally hard because, again, it's the experience of FNAF 1. If you were put in that position, you would have to make these decisions. And it's almost like every decision you make is a trap in some sort. And that's the nature of Freddy Fazbear's. I love how unafraid the book is of getting graphic, right? Like, and I was also saying this the other day, is that I feel like these books are especially really good because we get to see kind of alternate universe endings. And a lot of the time in like the Fazbear Fright and Tales from the Pizzaplex books, the ending lines are some of the best parts, because it's just like the final cherry on top that's like that gives you the chills. I like to think of Bunny Cool, actually. Bunny Cool is one of the ones that gave me the chills the most, and I'm so glad I recorded my reaction to that when I read Bunny Cool initially. It's the thing of like, we have a whole story that's basically like FNAF 4, I guess. It's just FNAF kind of gameplay and Bunny Cool with a bunny animatronic, and it's like, oh, this is a great story. And then the end is like, but there is no one around to do the Bunny Cool. So it's a supernatural force, and it just gives you the chills. So I really think these books have a great way. I think these are really good for FNAF because we get to see these different endings and all of these chilling lines. Do you think the Silver Eyes could work as a telltale game? I've actually said that before on the Dark Rooms podcast, I think, is that I think, first of all, the mimic epilogues in Tales from the Pizzaplex, that could have been a telltale game, and it would have been so freaking cool. Imagine having to make choices to get around the mimic, and you're in the pizza place and stuff. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue. It looks like the best option other than vents was left door. So let's close the left door. I think we're going to die here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. You know Bonnie's moving at a good clip down the hallway, so you rush over to the entrance on your left and slap the button that lowers the heavy door. There. Good luck getting through that, you wabbit. You wascally wabbit. What the? That is not English. You head back to your seat, but draw up short because Chica is standing across from you, framed in the other doorway. That is a big chicken, you think. Somehow she seems larger in person when she isn't up on a stage, and she's on the verge of killing you. This is probably the end for you, unless you happen to be carrying something that could save your life for at least a few more minutes. I mean, if Chica was a springlock suit, then a water pistol would be freaking great here. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I think a water pistol still might work, though. I just need to remind myself of what I have. Sorry for bringing up OBS. So we do have a water pistol, and we do have a flashlight. I think we don't have Mr. Cupcake, so we can't use Mr. Cupcake here. I don't even know how you get Mr. Cupcake. Let's do a poll. What item? Water pistol. I think water pistol is going to be really funny, but I think flashlight could. The thing is, remember we had the thing where it's like we saw Foxy and the options were put on a mask or use the flashlight. And putting on a mask doesn't work because that's not how it works in FNAF 2. In FNAF 2, in order to get rid of Foxy, you have to shine the flashlight at him. In this case, I mean, there's no water pistol in FNAF 2, but flashlight doesn't work on Chica. Just saying. So, yeah, no, yeah, exactly, Jack Dark. What would a flashlight do in this situation? So, the flashlight does stun Chica in FNAF 2. It stuns every animatronic on the cat. Oh, no, yeah, okay, fine. That's not really what I mean, though. Like, when she stood in the doorway. Wait. I'm talking about with a Chica. Yeah, I'm talking about with a Chica. Sorry, I'm trying to... I haven't played FNAF 2 in... It might have been... It might have been like 7 years or something. It's crazy. What would a water pistol do? She has 4 fingers, which means springlock suit. Confusing. I don't know what you mean by that. But what would a water pistol do? I guess like technology, like sparks will fly out and stuff. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Don't ask me. I don't think either of these options are amazing, but I think we have to choose one of them. And I think you guys are saying water pistol. I think water pistol is the more entertaining option. So, oh, you meant not a springlock suit. Okay, yes. Yeah, Chica isn't a springlock suit, so a water pistol isn't going to set off the springlocks. In times like this, you have to think. Well, I think what I'm thinking actually is that Mr. Cupcake is the right option, but we don't have Mr. Cupcake. Damn it. That's annoying. We don't have Mr. Cupcake. Oh, this is going to be a dead end, isn't it? It's going to be a freaking dead end, and we're going to have to go back to night 4. But yeah, we're going to use the water pistol. What would Kane Carter do if he wasn't burning in hell? What? Okay, you are weird. That is a blank page. Okay. And that's the end of the book, guys. What is happening? Water pistol. Ah, frick. You draw your water pistol, aim, and fire at Chica. Use a black light on the blank page. It's not Gravity Falls, Psychic. I'm assuming there's probably going to be some black light codes in the Gravity Falls books. You draw your water pistol, aim, and fire at Chica. A stream of water arcs from the plastic toy and splashes harmlessly against her Let's Eat bib. Huh? You say. I should have expected that. You pump the trigger of the water pistol, showering Chica with droplets, but it's not enough water to affect anything but her mood and the security TV. Electronics sizzle and pop, and smoke wisps out of the chassis. The air smells like burnt ozone! I got a shout out. The air smells like burnt ozone. That's my brother from Curse of Dreadbear. Burnt ozone. Or even better, that's my FNAF AR skin. It's my summer FNAF AR skin. Ozone cannon. I also appear in the Man in Room 1280, by the way, so I might be the Man in Room 1280. Now you can't keep an eye on the other animatronics, but that's okay, because you have one right in front of you, and she is demanding all of your attention in the little time you have left. First death? No. well, no. No, this is like 50th death at this point. We are on night 5 though, so it's fine. Shooting ozone out of a cannon? What are you talking about? Okay. So I think instead let's do the flashlight thing. What is going on with my book? Is it my internet? It better not be. Flashlight. You fumble around in your pockets for anything useful and come up with a flashlight. In the aftermath of the bite of 87, staff spread tips around the restaurant of how to slow or stop the animatronics if they ever attacked again. Oh, great thing we're learning about this in night 5. Great. You put a stop to those harmful rumors, once again earning the title of Employee of the Month. That time, the prize was a special pizza named after you for 30 days. The Ralph Special. It proved unpopular and only lasted 4 days. Though, it turns out no one wanted to buy a pizza named The Ralph, covered in anchovies and artichokes. You don't really blame anyone. You can still taste that monstrosity. One of these survival strategies suggested at the time was shining a bright light into the animatronics' eyes to disorient them and temporarily lock them in position until they reset their sensors and recalibrated their programming. You slide the button forward on the flashlight and aim the beam directly into Chica's eyes. That little trick might work on another animatronic, but Chica loves being in the spotlight and she's about to make you part of a show you will never forget. What a great ending. I'm assuming we die. Dying is buffering. This is so annoying. I hate Kindle. This explains more Withered Foxy doing the bite. Does it? I will agree with you. It was just referencing Withered Foxy there. Because it said, shining a light may work on other animatronics, but doesn't work on Chica. She likes being in the spotlight. It's not your Wi-Fi, otherwise the stream would be getting choppy. Yeah, that's what I mean. Or, I mean, I'm just hoping that it's not the internet. Maybe I'll just reload. Okay, so there you go. Game over. Frick. So it's not either of those options. So it seems like we're just going to have to use... Oh, God. Here we go. Let's pretend we didn't see any of that. Is that the bite of 87? So yeah, that's interesting. What I found interesting about that as well, actually, let's just go back to it for a second. In the aftermath of the bite of 87, staff spread tips around the restaurant of how to slow or stop the animatronics if they ever get attacked again. Cool, that's great. Also, we do get an explanation as to why the flashlight seems to work on Withered Foxy, and we get an explanation as to why Phone Guy knows that. Right? You know? Yeah, that's cool. It's about disorienting the animatronics in there and the sensors in their eyes and stuff. Yes, I know Psychic. I've been using this. It's just because I reloaded, so it went away. Real non-joke fact from your favorite American with an online name that starts with X. Okay, great. Psychic's chats are crazy revelations. But it says in the aftermath of the bite, but in FNAF 2, Phone Guy already knows about it before the bite. I don't know. I need to think about this more. So yeah, let's do the fourth option because this is the only option that we have left at this point. And I'm assuming it can't be the cupcake because then this night is impossible if you miss the cupcake in other nights. You grab your desk chair and shove it at Chica to slow her down, then punch the button behind you to open the door. With any luck, Bonnie hasn't made it all the way down the hall yet, and you can hide in the supply closet until help comes in the morning. You almost trip over your own feet getting out the office, but it seems you've used up all your luck this week. Bonnie is blocking your access to the closet. Bonnie in closet. You back up into the west hall corner. Bonnie slowly advances towards you. Thump, thump, thump. The giggle madly as you giggle madly, sorry, that is proper grammar. You giggle madly as a stray thought short circuits your fight or flight reflexes. Thumper would have been a better name for him, but Fast for Entertainment was already in enough legal trouble without the additional headache of fighting copyright law. The reason I think that's funny is because Bonnie's guitar is copyrighted, so they changed the design for it. They changed it from a Flying V Gibson to his own design, and now it doesn't look like a V shape. It has like a line, and it's very asymmetric. Chica watches you from the west hall door inside the security office. To avoid looking at either of the animatronics keeping you cornered, you stare at the poster of Freddy Fazbear on the wall. It should read "Let's Party," but instead, Freddy is ripping his own head off. Oh my god! That is just like what happens in the FNAF 1 rare screen. Why would he do that, you wonder? Strong, plush hands settle on both sides of your head. The joints in your neck pop. What? Huh? Are you kidding? Oh, I forgot there was a choice before. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. I forgot there was a choice before. That was really cool though. That was a cool ending. Okay. So that was the chat. Which one was that? I forgot which one that was. Oh, I can go back and have a look. That was the left door. So now let's close the right door and die. Oh, okay. In the pit of your stomach, into the pit, you feel certain that Chica is about to breach the security office, so you shut the door on your right, just in time. Someone bangs on the reinforced steel from the other side. "'Tis some visitor," you mutter, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. That is Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. I think. Give me one sec. I think that's Edgar Allan Poe. I just want to... Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. It's the one that goes, "Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many quaint of Cerberus." I forgot it. The Raven. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure it's The Raven. So here, "Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. Lore? While I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Get in! Edgar Allan Poe lore. I love it. So that's a reference to The Raven. "'Tis some visitor," you mutter. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. And then we have "Quoth the chicken, nevermore." I think in Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven it is "Quoth the raven, nevermore." Where is that? It's going to be one of the last lines. Quoth the raven, nevermore. There we go. Cool. Well, that's one of my favourite poems of all time. It's really good. It's the inspiration for Blackbird, funny enough. Story Blackbird, get it? Because it's a blackbird, so it's the raven. Nice. I'm glad I knew that. That's really cool. That's a great reference. "'Tis some visitor." The thing about the Raven is it's almost the protagonist. How do I explain it? It's almost the guilt of the protagonist, or like the Raven isn't actually real. It's like a what? How would I need to find like an explanation for it. Is there not? analysis. There you go. Cool. So, yeah, grieving the loss of Lenore. Lenore is also in many other of Edgar Allan Poe's poems. I love Edgar Allan Poe. He's really great. It's written in first person. It personifies the feeling of intense grief and loss, while other symbols throughout the poem reinforce a melodramatic mood that emphasizes the main character's grief and loss. Well, yeah, and guilt. Absolutely, because I think it's something like. Eagerly I wish the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore. It's yeah, sorrow as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Look at this ad down here. It's so stupid. I'm not going to go further into that, but that's my knowledge. Has chat frozen? Am I live? I need to make sure I'm live. Chat looks like it's just completely frozen, or it's just like so enthralled by my Edgar Allan Poe analysis that I just can't be bothered to keep talking. Chat, say something. Someone say something. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to continue because I am still live. Okay. So, sorry, that was a weird interruption. 'Tis some visitor, you mutter, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. You flip on the hall light and see the distinctive shape of Chica. She keeps pounding on the door and shrieks. Quoth the chicken, nevermore. You laugh shakily. You often crack jokes when you're nervous, but this close call has got your pulse going. At least you know where all the animatronics are now, or where they were a few minutes ago. A lot could have changed already. Last you checked, Bonnie was on his way down the West Hall to mess up your night. But you don't hear him now. He could still be lurking nearby, or maybe he's lost interest in you. I'm convinced that my chat has glitched out or something. What is happening? Oh. Wait. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm seeing old messages and stuff. Chat. Chat, am I live? Chat, say something. Test. Error? Okay. I'm getting an error. What on earth? I have never seen this before. Why is my chat just not working? I'm so sorry, by the way, guys. Streaming difficulties. Psychic, would you have any idea what's going on? Oh, chat is just not working at all. Thanks, Cryonide, by the way, for sending that. That's so weird. So it looks like chat just isn't working. Oh, I see Rohan's message from a minute ago. Test. No, it's not working. So chat just isn't working now. Okay, that's concerning. Can I send a poll? Test. An error occurred. Okay. I was in another stream and their chat wasn't working either. Oh, okay. Thank you for the thank you for that. So I think we just have to have patience with YouTube at the moment. I think it's probably just a YouTube thing that's going on right now, which is unfortunate. It seems like I'm going to see some of your chats, but I'm not going to see all of them, obviously. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully it will get fixed soon. But for the record, it is not my fault, I don't think. Okay, so do we check the cameras again? Do we close the left door or do we check the vent? So, last you checked, Bonnie was on his way down the West Hall to mess up your night, but you don't hear him now. So I reckon we close the left door because we want to stop Bonnie because we don't hear him anymore. It's the sort of thing where like If you see a spider and then 5 minutes later you don't know where it is, that's almost worse than knowing it's right next to you. Because you don't know where it is, it could surprise you at any time. So we kind of don't want to get ambushed by Bonnie, and so I think we want to close the left door. You leap toward the button beside the left door and slam your palm against it hard, as if more force will make it close faster. As soon as the reinforced barricade falls into place, you hear a frustrated scream and heavy fists against the metal. The door shakes in the frame and vibrates with each impact, but it holds. You got to that in the nick of time, but movement in the corner of your eye makes you think you still weren't quick enough. Bonnie's face appears at the vent. He tilts his head from side to side and stares at you. You're surrounded, with no way out and little hope of surviving until morning. Okay. So we can try to close the vent, use the flashlight, or try to defend myself. I can tell you this third option ain't gonna work for me. No way, Jose. But I think flashlight as well. The flashlight, it could again be a thing of it would like short circuit them in a way, or it would disorient them. So I think flashlight could be an option here. But it's really trying to get me to use the flashlight on this night. Try to close the vent. I don't think closing the vent's going to work either. Let's use the flashlight. And die. You pull out your flashlight and hold it in front of you with both hands. You press the button to turn it on, and a bright beam of white light cuts through the darkness. You shine it directly into Bonnie's face. He flinches and pulls back. His eyes blink one at a time. Left, then right. Left, then right. It's creepy. His servos whir and his jaw stutters open and closed, but he can't seem to move. You switch off the flashlight and his eyes roll a few times before he recovers. He opens his mouth and screams. The cry is cut off as you turn the flashlight back on again. He makes a horrible gasping sound that repeats over and over again like a stuck record. Okay, you breathe. Your hands shake a bit and the beam wavers, but you hold it on Bonnie's eyes. The light must be causing an overload in his photoreceptors. There we go, I've told you. The animatronics are all programmed to respond to the light level so they're in performance mode during the day when the fluorescent lights are on in the restaurant. When it's dark, they recharge and roam. The bright light is confusing Bonnie, so he doesn't know what to do next. For how long? You hold the light and eye the clock. You just have to make it until morning. The light flickers and dims until you whack the side of it with a palm. You wish you'd installed fresh batteries. Okay. Cool. Wait out the end of your shift? Are you kidding me? Have we done night 5? I'm so glad to see that chat is working. Welcome back, chat. We are so back. So yeah. Did anybody want to comment on any of the Edgar Allan Poe stuff? How good I am at reciting the Raven and knowing what that was instantly? I thought that was sick. It was ironic that chat broke at that moment when I thought something so cool happened. But there we go. So we are set back. Thank you guys for waiting patiently for YouTube to do its thing. It is weird that I think it was just like the servers were down for chat or something. I don't know. That was very strange. Raven Ref is cool. Great. I had a joke so long ago, but it's too late now. Just say it. Just say it. Just in the nick of time, I can point this out. The flashlight specifically just doesn't work on Chica, apparently. It works on Bonnie and Foxy just fine. That's interesting. That's an interesting detail that you've pointed out there. Could it be something to do... This is going to be a really crackpot theory. So just hold on to your... Yeah, just hold on. Could it be because Chica has the circular eye? Let me see. Let me show you. FNAF 3 ending. Sorry I have to like get rid of the screen every time I want to research something, but I don't want to leak anything accidentally. And I'm not good enough at streaming yet to do that. To not do that, sorry. I'm sure I've leaked many things already. In this image, obviously, Freddy bars, Foxy bars, Bonnie bars, Golden Freddy bars. Chica has the circle. So, I mean, again, very crackpot. Can I also just say while we're here, it's also interesting that this birthday cake in Happiest Day is yellow and has pink frosting. I just want to say that as well. I don't actually think it's that crackpot. Why, thank you. I thought chat was just going to go wild there, but it seems like it could be something. I don't know how it could be related, but like that's always been a thing, and I think MatPat's pointed that out many times, and it's probably to do with like Chica's party world, and maybe Chica was first in terms of being built and stuff. But wasn't Chica made elsewhere? Yeah. That's what I was just referring to. Yeah. Better explanation than Chica loves the spotlight. I guess so, but then there's also Funtime Chica who like genuinely does like the spotlight. So I guess it could just be a reference as well. But that was a very good point actually that you pointed out, that it doesn't work on Chica, but it does work on Bonnie and Foxy. Oh, hi Yankee, how's it going? I didn't see your first chat. No, never mind. That's something I've never heard of, but it definitely makes sense. You never heard of this? This is a weird detail. And to be honest, a lot more theories have come out of this screen than I thought was possible. People are always talking about like the two lights in Golden Freddy's eyes, even though there's technically only one, but like metaphors and stuff. And then like their positioning at the heads could be something, and of course it lines up with the gravestones, and then the different eye shapes. It's weird. It's weird how that one screen contains so much lore. But I agree. It's a very weird detail because why would Scott do that? If anything, it would be easier for Scott to model all of the animatronics exactly the same with those bars. But it's the fact that Chica has those things. The molten Freddy light matches the screen on his eyes. The molten Freddy light matches the screen on his eyes. Oh. Wait. Molten Freddy. Oh wait, I have to delete that. Oh, you're right. Well, I don't know actually. I don't think you're quite right. But it was a cool thought. Is there no actual like good image? Yeah, it's not quite, but I think the Golden Freddy's two lights is lighting error. I wouldn't say it's a lighting error. Oh look, it's someone's video that I know. Right host. I wouldn't say it's an error. I don't know what you mean by error. I think that's a bit of a stretch. But like, it could have been intentional and it could have not been intentional. But either way, people are saying it's like a metaphor, right? There's two souls in Golden Freddy. Because like it does clearly show two lights, but at the same time, like we wouldn't be able to tell if it's Golden Freddy if it was just one eye, if you know what I mean. So I think it was just a creative choice by Scott. So yeah. I am going to read this, but the reason sometimes I don't read chat messages out loud is because sometimes they're not relevant to what we're talking about. What I want to do in these streams is just keep things relevant and keep the discussion on kind of one path, if you know what I mean. So I don't want to keep going off to side things. But I am going to read it. Do you think, as an April Fool's thing, FNAF AR could have added Charlie from the novel series? I don't know why you want me to answer that so badly, but sure, like, yeah, that would have been funny. I just ate a police station. It was very salty. Yeah, that's so relevant, Psychic. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like we're going to wait out until the end of our shift. Really? Really? Okay, so is this going to be an ending? You can hardly believe it when the clock beside the security monitor clicks over to 6 a.m. This note was very short, so it seems like we're probably... Sorry, just an idea. It's okay. It's okay. But like, what I tend to do is I make sure that I do read every chat, and if I don't read yours out aloud, don't be offended, of course. But I just want to keep the discussion relevant, you know. So apologies. Now the moment is finally here. You appreciate how much danger you were truly in, but by making all the right decisions along the way, you've survived one of the toughest challenges of your life. By making all of the right decisions. Yes, every decision I made was completely right. We definitely didn't die twice in 2 minutes. You open the doors of the security office with a measure of apprehension, worrying even now that there's a twist or that someone is pulling a prank on you. The doors are pretty beat up. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like this is a prank. This is a Scott Cawthon prank right here. This is not the end. You walk slowly through Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, taking it all in for the last time. The place is a little messy, but that isn't your problem anymore. Not my circus, not my animatronics. That must be a quote from somewhere, or a reference or something. You take a moment to look up at Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica on their stage. You can't help but feel bittersweet about leaving. Sure, they tried to kill you and they've given you nightmares for the rest of your life, but they probably have their reasons for it. They've clearly been through a lot themselves. No hard feelings. You jump as the animatronics whir and run through the end of their performance sequence, taking a bow, saying goodbye. You back up. You are not supposed to be doing that. Freddy turns his head to look at you. It's time to go. Oh. There's a saying that goes, not my circus, not my monkeys. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that before. Like, not my problem anymore. Yeah. I gathered it would be that, but just checking. Just checking it's not an Edgar Allan Poe poem again that I missed. As you walk through the door and take your first steps into an uncertain future, you think you should feel lighter. You made it. You never have to come back here again. But something is still weighing on you. You feel like you might have some unfinished business here. Oh no, this can be night 6. You don't like to leave a job undone. Deep inside you feel like you're abandoning your post. No one understands or cares about the animatronics more than you do. What will happen to them when you're not there to look after them? What will they be able to get away with? And you still don't have another job lined up. Even with Fazbear Entertainment's famously modest wage increases year after year, you still make more than minimum wage. Really? What kind of work are you going to find out there? Interesting detail. You still make more than minimum wage. Please, no more Edgar Allan Poe. Why not? What have you got against him? I'm just trying to think. FNAF 1 paycheck, of course. Is that going to deconfirm 1993? 1992? So the 1993 date could be wrong. I mean, potentially. I think we need to look into it. Okay, let's look into it. By the way, guys, while I'm here and I'm talking about poems, I think I might have an announcement to make, maybe at the end of the stream, because I'm currently working on a project and I really want to say what it is, but I'm not going to. Paycheck FNAF 1, and then US tax history, I guess. Okay, let's have a look. Or US tax, US minimum wage. We're also going to need tax, but I assume that's going to be included on the website. To be fair, next stream Edgar Allan Poe poem analysis. I would love to do that, genuinely. To be fair, FNAF 1 paycheck is for a new hire, and Ralph is a long-time employee who's the best they got. He could be paying more. Yeah, I know what you mean. I get your point. If it is, like, people are saying 1992, so it seems like the consensus in the FNAF community right now is it's 1992. But that doesn't really sit right with me. I think, let's have a look at his paycheck. So, $120.50, and that's for 6 hours in a day, 5 days, or is it 6? Is this, when do you get this? You've earned some overtime. So this is 5 nights. So after 5 nights, you get your paycheck. So it's 5 times 6 is 30 hours. So for 30 hours of work, you're doing $120.50. So that's $4. It's like $4.50. Oh, we need specifics, don't we? Do I have a calculator here? I don't. I think it's still 1993. I don't see why Scott would change it. And people... Oh, here we go. Sorry, it's right here. 30 hours total. That's night 6 paycheck, by the way. Is it? See you next week. Oh, I don't freaking know. Oh, okay. That one's not... That's weird. Why did it say see you next week and then on night 6 it says you've earned some overtime? I don't know. I'm confused. Oh, well. This is the MatPat thing. So he's saying that 30 hours total, $120 is $4 an hour. But he's wrong because it's $120.50. And it's 6 nights anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. I'm not going to get into it. I don't think. I don't know where to look for this, but I'm going to look here. We're looking at 1991 is 425, 1996 is 475. I seem to remember this. Yeah, this is similar. Definitely. Yeah, 1991, 425, 1996, 470. I feel like there's no way of knowing. This is kind of funny. Okay, go away. Go away. The money wouldn't change between 92 and 93. The main argument for it is that with FNAF 2's confirmed date, FNAF 1 would be the same start date, Saturday to Thursday, night 6 on a Friday the 13th. Sorry, I read that out loud and I didn't take it in. You get a green paycheck on night 5 where the amount is 120. Yeah, but why is MatPat providing us with this pink payslip which clearly says 120.50? Wait, does that mean we get 50 cents of overtime for 6 hours? Mad. Working 30 hours total gets you $4 an hour. Really? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, sure. No, yeah, I get you. So if we're saying that we're actually earning more than minimum wage, then it would be closer to 1996. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. This is confusing me too much. I just want to keep reading. Yeah, okay, I get it now. It's added 50 cents on night 6 because you don't get paid much overtime for doing overtime. It's kind of stupid. All right. Maybe they just give you an extra 120.50 for surviving night 6. Yeah, that's definitely above minimum wage. What kind of work are you going to find out there? Capella is depending on you to keep a roof over her head and food on the table and to keep the monsters away, both real and imagined. You wonder if you're truly done with these animatronics and if they're truly done with you. You have a sense that Bonnie, Freddy, Chica and Foxy, not in that order, can carry a grudge for a long time. But what could they hold against you? The worst thing I've done is lived, you say. That might be enough. You can think about it later. Right now, you can't wait to get home to your daughter. You're looking forward to getting a good night's sleep. We got an ending, guys! We finally got an ending. We got the night 5 ending. Complete night 5 and you get this ending. Congrats, you got the boring ending. So true, sister. I got this one first too. I mean, I think that's probably just the structure of the book, right? You're supposed to get the boring ending first and then you're supposed to look for the 2-star ending or whatever. Cool. So we got an ending. So my question now is, how on earth do we get another ending? I think what I'm going to do at this point is I think we've gone through the book. We've gone through an ending. I think now at this point we're going to kind of break the rules of physics and we're going to go through some wormholes and we're going to time travel and stuff like that. And we're just going to kind of go through the book more like manually. So I'm actually going to get rid of all of these images up here. Although I kind of want to just keep ID up here for the lols. That's a king card. There you go. Here we go. Yay, we have an ID card. Great. Ozone, I know how to progress, but it's very confusing. What I assume is you're gonna need to go through night 1 and get a special item, and then you're gonna need to go through night 2 with that special item, and then get another special item, and it's gonna keep going like that. And you need to do each night perfect, and then you eventually get to a 6th night, and then we're gonna meet Golden Freddy or something. That's my prediction. I won't send any hints unless you want help. Chat, what do you want me to do? What I want to do is I want to spoil it for myself. I want to find out how to get the ending, and I want to just kind of get there, like straight to the point. But if you want me to try and figure it out, I'm going to do that. So what would like me do? Oh God. Try again or find secret ending now. So it's like, do you want me to just get the secret ending and then we've done it, or do you want me to like legitimately get the secret ending? Can grammar school be an option? Shut up. Shut up. You know I'm a good YouTuber when I tell my viewers to shut up. But it's Psychic. Psychic's more of a friend than a viewer. Right? Right? That's not even offensive, right? You guys want me to do it legit? Oh, come on. Boring. I'll tell you what. Psychic. I'll take a hint of where to start. At least. We want to see you suffer. Oh, for goodness sake. And guys, when I say legit or not legit, what I'm meaning is we will still go through the story. I will just know which choice to make each time. But it seems like you guys want to see me suffer. So great. We're going to be here for another 3 hours. I hope you are ready for the ride. No, we're not. I think if it gets to a point where I'm kind of bored, I would get that. But I don't think we can really be bored in this book. I think that there's going to be a lot of magical things that happen. You have to find a 4-digit code. Oh my God. You have to find a 4-digit code. But a 4-digit code. But then where would you input that? It's a freaking book. It's a freaking book. Take all the hints you need. Watching your stream is fun. Oh, thank you, Lydia. That means a lot. So you say go to... Oh, the code's just an item. Okay. Cool. So don't spoil anything from here on out, I think. Unless I ask you to. So we're going to try again. Okay, fine. So you need to go back to the cupcake scene. By the cupcake scene, do you mean the scene where we have the cupcake, we light it, and then we see Susie? Tidy up the office and answer the phone. Oh, that's right. We never answered the phone. You know what? Whether we need to do this or not, I really want to see what happens when you answer the phone. And I forgot what point that was. Yeah, guys, this is totally me doing it legit. Wasn't it right at the beginning? It might be night 2. Oh, it's night 2. We can also just search, I think, phone. If you check the phone. Oh, yeah, okay. If you check the phone. End of night 1. Oh, thanks, guys. I think I'm there. Yeah, probably. The black office phone is dusty, but the handset is smudged. There are smaller smudges on the 1 and 9 buttons. Someone has used it recently. Some people around here know you as the phone guy because of your voice messages that are forwarded to new hires with reminders, tips, and encouraging words to support them during their orientation week. Okay, guys. First of all, Krabby Mount, thank you so much again for the 5 gifted. Amazing. You are a legend, man. Are you a windowsill? Because you're a ledge. What I will say is, if you don't believe at this point that this is Phone Guy from the games, then you are in hard denial. First clue that we had was he likes Foxy, I think. Did he say that? I think he said Foxy was his favorite. Second thing that we had is the fact that he is saying encouraging, like he's very encouraging to his fellow employees and he wants to help them. Third thing, Phone Guy. He is called Phone Guy. So there you go. Into the Bit phone call is 90% Ralph and 10% someone else. 90% Ralph. Because of your voice messages that are forwarded to new hires. Sorry, I just completely, yeah. Because of your voice messages that are forwarded to new hires with reminders, tips, and encouraging words to support them during their orientation week. Ironically, you don't use the phone much yourself. You record the messages and management schedules them to go out automatically. So I was going to say, does this mean it's not necessarily the week before, but the book's called The Week Before, so it's literally the week before. They've probably been using the same ones for ages. Maybe you should update them before you go. A faded scrap of paper taped to the phone has a handwritten list of extensions of various locations around the pizza place. Backstage, parts and service, dining area, party room 1, Pirate Cove. Another number is provided for voicemail. The red light continues blinking on the front of the phone. Someone has left you a message. Oh. Okay. So, if you call backstage, dial the extension. If you call home, dial the number. If you call voicemail, dial the number. Home? If you dial home? Psychic, stop telling me to look at other pages. I know there's other pages because this is clearly an option. If you call backstage. It's like, nope, I'm not calling backstage. So, how's the weather looking? It's like, I know. I didn't know that you know. Okay, sorry, I'm being really sassy. Sometimes these books are weird. I did have that with VIP, to be fair. I had 3 options on one page, just here. There were 3 options down here, and I couldn't find out how to finish the book. Like, I couldn't finish. I couldn't finish the book because on the next page there was one more option that said if you have 10,000 points, and I'm like, bro, if I saw that before, maybe I would have done this book like 2 hours quicker. But there you go. Great developers. Are these guys developers or authors? That's the real question here. I think so. Callbacks. Okay, let's ask you guys. And then I'll say my thoughts. Who do we phone? There we go. Backstage. Back home. Oh no. Voicemail. Okay, so who do you pay in? Back ho or voicemail? I think voicemail. I think voicemail. Someone's left us a message that's clearly there to be looked at or to be listened to. And plus, who the frick gets voicemails and doesn't listen to them? I love getting voicemails. They're so cool. Because you get to replay someone's voice over and over again. And it's like, You need to submit your tax form. It's so cool. I love replaying that like 100 times. And still not paying for my taxes. Oops, did I just say that? I'm kidding, guys. This is almost as bad as Psychic's reading comprehension. Does Psychic have bad reading comprehension? Top 10 Ozone Ho moments. You better make that a video, Psychic. Psychic, when are you making Psychic Plus? I would love to see Psychic Plus. Okay, a lot of people are saying voicemail. Let's do voicemail. I agree with you. That blinking red light captures your attention. You don't remember whether it was there when you returned to the office or whether it appeared when you were tidying up. You assume it's an automated message sent by the system, but you can't quell your curiosity about it. You pick up the receiver and push the flashing red button, which automatically dials voicemail. Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear's answering service. Please enter your 4-digit access code at the sound of the beep. Beep! If you have the 4-digit voicemail code, tap a touch here. If you don't have the code, hang up. Damn it! We don't have the code. I'm bad at reading aloud. I know what you mean. I to be honest, I'm really good at like writing stories, and I'm pretty good at reading stories, and I'm quite good at analyzing like poems and stuff like that. When it comes to reading out loud, which is what I do a lot because of the audiobook stuff that I used to do, I'm actually genuinely shockingly bad. Like, it's quite embarrassing that I stumble as much as I do. But I think sometimes it's because I take it really slow, and sometimes that's my fault because I'm just not very awake that day, and other times it's the book's fault for not being interesting enough. But there you go. Try 1983 though. It's not the code, but it gives you something interesting. Is there a 1983 option? No, it doesn't. I would assume it's going to be 1987. What name is better, Fazone or Sasszone? Fazone. So then where do we get the code? It's just these two options, I believe, voicemail and hang up. Okay, let's hang up. Is there a clue to where we might find the code? You watch the clock on your desk as you're... Oh no, that's just going back here. Okay, so it seems there's a few steps to get the code. All I want to know right now is, do you find the code in future nights? Like, is it almost a thing where you have to like time travel? Or do we find the code in night 1? That's what I want to know. Because I think that will help me to kind of try and do it by myself before we spoil it. On night 4 or 5 you get the code? You get the code way later in the book. Starts on night 3, you get the code on night 4. Okay. Thank you for the information. So how does that... Then you can use it on that run? I'm not understanding. So do we go back to the phone later? So like, in a way, there's no way you can... Like, this shouldn't exist because you can't have the code at this point in time. I don't know, I'm confused. But it's fine. Let's go. You can then use the code on night 1 for an Easter egg. Oh, wait, no, I don't see. Because you'd have to time travel. You also use the phone on night 4. Okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just going to go into night 3. So, we've read all this, so I'm not going to read it again. I'm apologies if you want me to read it, but... Okay, so... What did we do last time? Does anybody recall what we did? I think we checked the West Hall camera, and I think that was the correct option. I also think we did something else, and it wasn't. I think we did supply closet. The thing that I think I wanted to do is what Wizard Wesker says. And by the way, no spoilers, guys. If you know the right answer. But I think everything but check intruders. I think this is really, I'm really curious about this. I don't think we did this in our first playthrough, so I want to do this. You cycle through each of the cameras once more, this time checking carefully for someone who shouldn't be there. Bonnie and Chica have both left the stage. Why don't you go out much, Freddy? You ask. When the camera pans away from him and back, you gasp. His head is now turned and is looking into the camera. You stay there, you swallow, please. The curtain at Pirate Cove is open slightly and you see Foxy grinning from the depths. You stay there too. If the intruder is hiding in there, Foxy wouldn't even think of leaving his new plaything. Funny how you've started attributing thoughts and feelings to the animatronics as if they weren't simply acting according to quirks in their programming. Anthropomorphizing, you believe it's called. I didn't say that correctly, but if you have confidence while you say it, there you go. Anthropomorphizing. No, it's anthropomorphizing. You started out as a psychology major at the community college, specializing in children's psychology before you dropped out. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. You figured that experience helped you get the job at Freddy's, not that you use psychology much anymore unless you're trying to convince your daughter to do something maybe she didn't want to do. Maybe you should have studied artificial intelligence instead. After checking everywhere, the only place the intruder could be is the kitchen. There's no picture, but you could hear someone banging around. If someone's in there with Chica, they better be hiding. So now we go to the supply closet. And then this is the choice where we clean up the broken glass or board the window. Let's see what Psychic is saying. I have one request. After boarding the window, go straight to the supply closet instead of the office. It's really cool. Okay. Seeing the phone on night one is basically just to let you know that a code exists and you'll need it eventually. It's just something to keep in the back of your mind for future nights. Okay, got it. Why didn't you just say that? No, I get it. So I think at this point, well, I don't really think it matters what we do, does it? Oh, it probably does. But I believe the correct option was to board up. No. Yes. No. Yeah. This was the correct option. And then we enter party room 2. And then, what did we do? Climbing out the window gets you the coming home ending, which is like Chica is following you into the forest, I think. I think we listened and waited last time, so let's board up the window quickly. You love music, but hearing it in the middle of the night in an empty restaurant can't be good. The animatronics are programmed to travel only through certain areas of the restaurant, but they're already moving beyond their approved areas and their approved actions. What if they see this open window as an opportunity to leave? In that case, you need to cover the window, not only to keep others out for their own safety, but also to keep the animatronics in. You nail boards over the broken window as quickly as you can. Each time you hammer a nail into the wood, it sounds like a gunshot. The music is loud too, so loud you can't even think. Like it's inside your head. A killer earworm. I'm thinking we might be getting an MCI thing. Probably not, but... You can't name that tune, but you've heard it in old cartoons you watch with your daughter. It may be from some famous opera. You find yourself pounding each nail in rhythm with the music. There, done. You hammer the last nail just as the music stops. Finally, I can think again, you think. And your very next thought is, why did the music stop? I love that, that's funny. Broken glass crunches on the floor behind you. You turn and see Freddy Fazbear staring at you with vacant black eyes. You back up against the boarded up window. He isn't going anywhere. Unfortunately, neither are you. Cool. Cool ending. So the only thing we can do here is listen and wait. Toreador March moment. True. Okay, so here it is. So much blood, but you've also been away from the cameras for too long. Maybe you should swing by the security office first to check in. So that is what we did last time. I do recall that. So I think we're going to go to the supply closet. I think we went to the security office for safety reasons because obviously it's the obvious thing to do here because we've been away from cameras for a long time. That's kind of it means like there might be stuff going on elsewhere that we don't know about, so we want to know about it. It's the spider thing again. You want to know where the spider is. Okay, supply closet then. Bonnie in a closet. You make it back to the supply closet and then back to party room 2 in record time, toting a bucket, a mop, and bottles of bleach and other cleaning products. It's disgusting work, mopping up a human body's worth of blood, but you pretend it's just food spilled on the floor. You immediately push that thought away, as it might actually be too on the nose. You're just about done and ready to head back to the security office for the end of your shift. You're worn out and practically half asleep when you hear footsteps outside the door. It's nearly morning. This must be the intruder trying to escape through the window they came in. Do we hide under the table to surprise them, or do we confront them at the door? Wait. Who is this? Who is this going to be? Okay. I think we should, you know what? Let's put it to a vote. What now? Hide or confront? HDMI without the M or confront without the M? People are saying hide. Bro really wants to play peekaboo with an intruder. That's what I'm thinking. It's very it's a very strange option. No, why would we do that? Like if I was playing this for real, I would definitely not do the first option. I wouldn't really do any of these. I'd just kind of chill out. Maybe go to the cameras. Oh no, we are in the security office. Never mind. Confront because he spelled it correctly. Okay, bro. Okay, grammar Nazi. Bro really wants to play peekaboo with an intruder. Yeah, I do. Peekaboo. Alright. We've got 19 votes in. 10 of those votes are for HDI. It seems like 12 now. 12 votes for HDI. And the rest for confront. Ooh. Just use autocorrect like Psychic does. Bro's cheating. No, I would usually be really good at typing. Like I usually don't make any grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes or anything. I'm usually really good with like emails and chat messages and stuff like that. I'm really on it. Like it might even be like an OCD thing, to be honest. But right now I just don't want to type too much, and because you're gonna hear it in your ears, so it's like I don't want to do too much. And like, what's the point of spending loads of time writing when you guys know exactly what I mean anyway? Why are there party rooms in FNAF 1? Sorry for the random question. I mean, it's a good question. We know. I think there was one. Oh, I guess the safe room. Wait, you're right. Why are there party rooms in FNAF 1? And like I would say it's fine if it said there was one party room. The fact that there's specifically 2 party rooms is suspicious. So maybe it's not even FNAF 1, or maybe it's just like a retcon in a way, just for the book's sake. Okay. Oh yeah, renovations. Yeah, you guys are right. Although I don't know. I don't know if I fully understand or agree. I'm not going to say I disagree. And here's the reason I'm not saying I disagree. It's because I don't understand. And this is what theorists need to do more often. They need to say, I don't understand what you mean, could you elaborate? Rather than saying, I disagree because I have no idea what you're talking about. That's what theorists need to do. Why is ID a playing card? It's our ID card. Way. Standing ovation, please. Yeah, sorry. A lot of the time people don't admit that they don't understand, and I think it would be better for the world if people just said, if people just said they don't understand. I just don't really get where you guys are getting this whole renovation thing from, but that's probably just me. I feel like you just kind of come up with that out of thin air, but I don't know, because I must have missed a quote or something, or just completely forgot. I think we are going to hide. That's exactly the reason, Yankee, as well. If this is supposed to be the week before FNAF 1, would they really have renovations in, like, during a weekend? Not even a week. Like, the weekend. Ralph mentions that the building is receiving renovations. It's just a bit of a stretch. You told us we're coping if we don't think this is Phone Guy from FNAF 1, so what is it? Well, this is Phone Guy from FNAF 1. I'm confused. I'm confused. Whatever. You crawl under a party table to surprise the intruder. You wait for a long time, anticipating the expression on their face when they discover the window they broke has been boarded up and there's no way out other than the front door. But it's you who are surprised when Freddy Fazbear stumbles into the room. For God's sake. You prepare to defend yourself with a mop, but there's something wrong with him. He's staggering around, bumping into tables and chairs. His suit looks saggy and his head is on crooked. This isn't Freddy. It's someone wearing one of the spare animatronic suits from the backstage. Please tell me it's Golden Freddy. Now that you're looking for them, you see human eyes behind the big eye sockets of the Freddy head, a second pair of teeth in his throat where his mouth flops open. Ugh. You're about to apprehend the intruder when you notice fresh blood on the floor you just mopped. Footprints from the door to where Freddy leans against the table. The costume is soaked in red. Red tears seep from the eyes. You gasp and he lurches towards you, arms dragging at his sides. He tilts his head at a strange angle to look at you under the table. It's me, he intones. He bends over so far, the mask starts to slide off. You can almost see his real face. You wake up beneath the table. It was just a nightmare? Chat. Chat, I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that, chat. This bit was crazy on a first read through. I mean, I don't know what to think. What does this mean? So there's a guy in a Freddy costume. It doesn't say it's necessarily Golden Freddy. He's bleeding red from his eyes, which, by the way, I think is really cool imagery. And I'm currently thinking of maybe a thumbnail I can make with that sort of design. So someone's in a Freddy suit. He says, "It's me." The mask starts to slide off, and you can almost see his real face. You're about to identify who it is, and then you wake up. And it was just a nightmare. I'm saying, guys, this is FNAF. There is no way that was just a nightmare. And I think that's proven by the ellipsis here. Ellipsis into a question mark, nevertheless. Maybe it shows dreams are affected there. That's what I mean. Like, even if we think of it from like a Michael perspective in FNAF 1, obviously he has the FNAF 4 nightmares at some point. We don't really know when that is. But he has the FNAF 4 nightmares. What has made him have those nightmares, we don't necessarily know, but I would think it's the crying child who possesses Golden Freddy, who says it's me. And that has happened because of FNAF 1 almost. That's where that connection comes from. Uh, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here, but what I'm saying is I think that it could have been in his head, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was all fake, because what was it that put it in his head? Why was that the thing that he thought of? Why was that the nightmare? Who put that there? Like, it's how about you confront him? I don't think confronting him is going to work because we're not going to fall asleep. But you know what? Let's do that. Let's confront him. I do want to know. Let's confront them at the door. What was the pool of blood, or whose blood? That's true as well. Because originally when it said loads of blood everywhere on the suit and stuff, I was thinking Springlock failure. So it was probably a Golden Freddy suit that he was wearing, just like how William was wearing Spring Bonnie suit. But like, I don't know. You won't hide anymore, especially not from an intruder. You rush toward the door, brandishing the mop like a staff. Tonight, you're going to be the one delivering jump scares. You swing the mop as you emerge from the room and you make contact with Chica's head. Her left eye is knocked out. It bounces on the floor a few times and then rolls under a party table. Oops. Chica stops moving, sparks flying from the eye socket. She makes a sound like a whimpering child. The next night, you find a termination notice in your locker. Management claims you vandalized Chica and even blames you for her being covered in animal blood. Oh my gosh. You can test it, but the security footage shows you aggressively beating Chica with a mop until she breaks. What? Oh my gosh. Instead of a final paycheck, you find a bill for animatronic repairs, which comes to more than you earn in a year. You beg them to cut you a break after all your years of loyal service, and they finally offer you a deal. You can pay off your bill gradually as the permanent night watchman. You won't have any choice but to accept. Now all you have to do is make it through 365 nights at Freddy's. Oh. Wow. Wow. When they say animal blood, that's just what they accused it of being. That's what Fazbear Entertainment management accused it of being, animal blood. Because, well, I'm sure they do know that it's human blood, but they just assumed it's animal blood because like it's the most logical explanation. They don't want to say, oh, there's been murders in our place. Well, yeah, whatever. But you know what I mean. This was truly FNAF we made along the way. This is one of my favorite endings. I love this line of now all you have to do is make it through 365 nights at Freddy's. You have to... That's really funny. That's really funny. You have to play 5 nights at Freddy's. Frickin'... How many times? 73 times. 73? Yeah, 73. Bro stuck there for a year. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy ending. Someone said we 365 nights of Freddy's. Someone said we didn't get the full ending of this. But I think this just goes yeah, this just goes back to your... Yeah, no, we've done that before. I don't think this is new. Oh, never mind. Never mind, you're right, sorry. You get back to the security office a few minutes before the end of your shift. You sit back in the chair, sipping cold coffee while cycling through the different cameras throughout the restaurant. Maybe this job isn't so bad after all, you think. It's been a while since you checked the cameras, so it takes a moment to track down the animatronics. Freddy is hanging out in the West Hall, but it's already 5:58 a.m., so he should be returning to his charging platform soon, and you'll be going home. Chica seems to be banging around in the kitchen, and Bonnie is in the dining area on his way back to the stage. You yawn. All in a night's work, your eyelids are feeling heavy. Suddenly, you snap them open and jolt forward on your seat. You hastily slap the button for Pirate's Cove. The curtain is wide open. The sign in front of the attraction reads, "It's me," and Foxy is gone. Because he's in the security office right now. You forgot to keep an eye on Foxy, and now he gets to play. But it'll all be okay. You reassure yourself, since this is all just a dream. You must be asleep under that table in the party room. You'll wake up any minute right now. What? Oh my god, that's crazy. What does that even mean? Is that implying this could just be like a loop of loads of dreams and we're just under the party table the whole time? That's just weird. That's such a weird ending. Okay, fine. Psychic, are you still here? I assume they're not. Or they've got this playing in the background. I would like to know what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. I don't want to be at this for too long. Oh right. Hello. Basically what's happened is oh, hi Psychic. Okay. Either of you can tell me, or anybody who's read the frickin' book, you can tell me. I'm on so we found the phone, or we picked up the phone or whatever, and it said that there was going to be a code at some point in the book, and then we were directed to night 3. So we're in night 3. So how? You need to go to the kitchen. Oh, cupcake again. Okay, fine. Oh god, how do I even find? Okay, let's just type in Susie. We know where it is. Susie. Okay. Happy birthday, dear Susie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susie. Okay. So then, and now what? Add the gold ring. Proceed to the security office. Have I gone too far? Tell me if I've gone too far. Water pistol. We've gone too far. You need the ring. Oh, so we don't give the ring. Oh, okay. It's at this point where on our first playthrough we gave the ring to Capella. So we don't. We just want to flash her a thumbs up and send her off to school. Okay, cool. So we have the ring. What I think we should do is we should get the ring and we should put Raito's face on it. Please. I want to do that. Okay, let me just do that because I want to have fun. Let's get a diamond ring. Okay. Cool. Diamond ring. I am married. Oh yeah, true. What a coincidence. I'll give you a toast to use. Okay, cool. Okay, fine. I'll take your toast. Don't take that out of context. Oh, I saw a Psychic message to me an hour ago saying YouTube is not working. Okay. So here, let me set up on the stream. Sorry, I'm still such a bad streamer. I'm just trying to get things done. I'm just trying to read through the book, you know, blood. Okay. While I wait for the DM or whatever. Oh, that is a big ring. Here goes. Okay. Great. We got a ring. It's going to be too small, isn't it? Or we're going to have to change our stream setup or whatever. Right toast. Oh my god, that's so cute. Right. That's so cute. Oh, wait. So wait. Okay. Sorry guys. This is just going to take like a minute. So we have image 9. Why did I download that to? Oh, blush. Okay, there we go. Look at this, guys. I love it. Okay, so maybe... Oh, look at that. Okay. Let's crop this. Sorry, I'm putting in some work here. Or maybe we should have gone to Photoshop for this. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I love the scuffedness of this. Okay, 300, 300, 300. Let's do 500. 400. Okay, cool. We've cropped it a little bit. And then, here we go. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? That's going to block some of the writing. We've got a Rye toast. Maybe in all streams from now on, we're just going to have Rye and ID in the top right corner. There you go. That's cute. Is that cute, guys? I'm assuming Barber Droid did that. He's such a good artist. Okay. Here's my ring shopping that I've been doing. I wish I could get married. I would love to get married. Okay, so at some point, we're going to need the ring. So, we're going to head through the dining area and hope for the best. I think we read through this. Oh no, we went through the vents, didn't we? We went through the vents last time, so let's do that again and see if we missed anything. So left. Why can't you get married? Because no one loves me. It's just genuinely the truth. Marry psychic? Nah, mate. Nothing against psychic. I just think of you more as a friend. Get friend zoned by Ozone. Oh yeah, also psychic does have a girlfriend. I did forget about that. Okay. So then, if you exit through the closet vent, we didn't read this last time. The closet vent. Oh, sorry, I said closet. Closest vent. The closest vent has a grate over it, but you can see you're under the stage facing the black curtain. There are a lot of exposed cables and levers down here. I thought I said livers because I had my mouse hovered over. Some exposed wires you assume are live. Ennard! These must power the charging platforms above your head. It's still quiet out in the dining area. Start kicking the vent cover, but it holds fast. All you manage to do is bend some of the metal grill. You're making such a racket, you almost miss the rhythmic sound of something moving in the vents with you. You stop kicking, and at first you think that steady thump is just an echo from your efforts. But it continues. You peer into the darkness ahead. There's a turnoff that you assume leads to the backstage in the break room you were heading for. Something's up there. You squint and see the tips of 2 rabbit ears. Oh. As you're processing the fact that Bonnie is in the vent with you, he pops his head around the corner and shrieks. The horrible sound reverberates, disorienting your balance and sense of direction as you back up as quickly as you can, but not quickly enough. Cool. So that's a pretty standard ending. I really love the writing in this book. It's really well done. Ozone definitely won't love me after the stream I want to do on Saturday. Oh God. Has that been announced yet? But what? I don't know how bad it could be. Oh, is it gonna be me? Is it gonna be it's gonna be a versus. It's gonna be me versus Inky, isn't it? And I'm gonna obviously win because I'm better at that game. It's a normal stream. Okay. What's happening Saturday? If you subscribe to Psychic, who is a moderator in the chat, then you can see the stream on Saturday that we're planning on doing. I appear in a lot of Psychic streams because they're just really fun. And he does like proper gaming stuff while I just do these sorts of streams. This is my kind of gaming. Book gaming. I just had an idea. I should make a YouTube channel called Friend Zone and just and talk about like dating advice or something and just have it completely different to my normal content. Should I share the thumbnail? Do it. Just share the thumbnail. I almost went to Discord and leaked all my information, but okay. So, guys, just tell me what to do. I don't know if I can really. I don't know if I'm good enough to do this. Because there's just so many options and it's confusing me, especially when we get like so off track. So, were we supposed to go in the vents, or does it not matter? Is there? We're supposed to be finding an option where we use the ring. That's where we just were. So now you have the ring. Go to the dining room on the west side. Okay, thank you. Not vents. Okay, I assume so because we did go through the vents last time. Okay, fine. So then back again. Okay, head to the dining area and hope for the best. Here we go. So we're going to read through this properly because I haven't read through this yet. You slip quietly down the west hall towards the dining area. At the entrance to the room, you press yourself against the wall and peer inside. Freddy and Foxy are on the stage together while a strange song plays over the speakers. You think it's a recent pop hit, but it's running backward and at a reduced speed. Every now and then you catch words and phrases in the recording that give you a chill. Death for all, pain, fire and knives, stuff like that. Wait. It's running backward and at a reduced speed every now and then. That's really funny. It's like subliminal messaging. It's also a sort of a reference to FNAF 2 trailer, I think, where people reversed the audio and they thought it said Mike kill all or something like that. But it was literally just a nursery rhyme, and people reversed it and were like, Mike kill all, Mike kill all. Ozone, check the DMs when you get a chance, if it's okay. Oh, it's okay if it's after the stream. No, you want to see my reaction, don't you? So, here we go. Okay, great. Great. Completely normal thumbnail, which I'm sure won't change halfway through the stream when you ultimately kidnap me and my family and everything is awful. All right. I volunteer as tribute to marry Ozone. How far are you listening? How far are you in the book right now? I just got here and listening at 2x speed. Welcome to the stream. What we're doing right now, I've actually gone through the whole book. If you want to watch my previous streams, you can. And we've gotten like the ordinary, boring ending. Now we're trying to get the super secret ending, or some cool Easter egg or whatever. And chat kind of trying to guide me through it. Okay. Sorry, did I? Yeah, I did. Sorry. You must be mishearing them. The human brain often tries to make sense out of nonsense, leading you to see and hear things that aren't really there. True dat. There's no making sense out of what Foxy is doing. His movements are jerky and erratic, less like dancing and more like malfunctioning. It reminds you of watching clay models move in one of those old Ray Harryhausen stop motion films. I don't know who that is, I'm sorry. Bonnie and Chica are playing games. Chica tosses party hats towards Bonnie, and Bonnie swings at them with his guitar. You might be able to get by them unnoticed while they're preoccupied with their antics. That's so funny. So you said the west side? Let's do west side. Or wait. You really didn't think it's through. To get from the west hall corridor to the right side of the dining area, you have to either sneak along the back. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's gonna be the right side because it's opposite. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I just died because I couldn't follow directions, just like Jeremy. You really didn't think this through. To get from the west hall corridor to the right side of the dining area, you have to either sneak through the back of the dining area or go back and cut across the security office to the east hall. Rather than waste any more time, you decide to take your chances where you are. Just keep dancing, you think. With all the lights on, the animatronics notice you right away, and they are delighted to have an audience. You barely make it halfway through the room before Bonnie snatches you up. They give you the best seat in the house at the front of the dining area. It gives you a perfect view of the stage, where Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica perform increasingly disturbing songs and dance routines. You have no choice but to watch and hope their batteries wear down eventually, and try not to think about what they'll do with you when they get bored. Nice. Cool ending. Sorry, I'm getting these endings and I'm saying cool ending. They're all okay. They're just like standard endings. I like that they're doing the whole like last line is important thing, where it's like, but you won't know what will happen if they do. Okay. So we want to go to the right side of the room because that's actually the west side. You're already on the left side of the dining area, so it's a shorter trip to the north end of it. And you want to spend as less time in here with the animatronics as you can. You crawl along, keeping behind the tables and out of their line of sight, but there's a big gap between the tables near Pirates Cove. They don't want anyone sitting too close to the entrance. You keep an eye on Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica. When their attention is elsewhere, you sprint towards the next table. When you're halfway across, the music abruptly stops. You instinctively dive roll to your left, through the curtains into the dark entrance of Pirate Cove. You bruise your shoulder, but that likely hurts less than being forced to occupy the same space as an exoskeleton in a mascot suit. The animatronics didn't see you. They're still going about their business. Another song starts up, playing backward. Misery. Agony. But for how long? You might be trapped in Pirates Cove for a while, waiting for your chance to move forward, but this is also a rare opportunity. You've never been back here before, and with Foxy enjoying his comeback tour with the old band, you can look around this area while he's gone. Maybe there's another way to the breaker room through here. Have we ever seen behind Foxy's curtain? That's something I haven't thought of before. We just genuinely haven't seen behind the curtain. There could actually be a big secret there that we just don't know about. In a way, you'll learn about these stop motion panels. Okay. Agony? Yeah. Agony seems to be a very common word. Whether it's actually talking about agony, the substance agony, or just agony. Like, just genuinely human emotion. Being forced to occupy the same space as an exoskeleton? I do find it weird they're saying exoskeletons here. Especially when I think Phone Guy in FNAF 1 says endoskeleton, right? He says, they'll think you're a metal endoskeleton. And they'll put you in a suit and tear you apart or whatever. I forgot what he says. And that was not a good Phone Guy impression. But I don't care. Let's look around Pirates Cove. Oh, what a cool piece of art that is. As you look around Pirates Cove, you wonder why they've never been back here before, even during the day. The only reason you can come up with is Foxy makes you uncomfortable. You used to watch him perform, and as a lifelong fan of pirate stories, he was always your favourite of the Fazbear mascots. He was always your favourite. But seeing him up close and personal was a different story, and you have to admit he's scary, especially in his current state of disrepair. Especially when you know what the animatronics are truly capable of. You just never want to be alone with Foxy in a room, especially on his home turf. It's a shame they had to shut this area down though. It was popular with the kids, and you can tell the designers put a lot of work into it. They built a veritable cave of wonders with treasure chests and glittering piles of gold and jewels around Foxy's charging platform. They're all fake, of course, but they're so convincing you want to stuff your pockets with them. They really should pay us more, you think. But just remember what happened in the Goonies. I do get that reference. At the very back of the cove, you find a nook with a pedestal and an old-fashioned scale, a beam with pans suspended at either end. The pans are filled with golden trinkets. The pan on the left is slightly lower than the one on the right. There is a small slot in the pedestal just below the scale, like the ones that dispense tickets at games around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Below the alcove is a metal grate covering a ventilation shaft. You know what? This is chat's choice. Question mark. Great. Coin. Amazing. How specific. Flip page? Oh, frick. Ah, psychic, you bumder. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry guys, I am overruling here. We're going to add the ring to the right pan. I will admit, psychic got me there. Psychic clutch coming in. Psychic coming in with a clutch. Why does that always happen on the most important pages of these books? Before in VIP, it was the one with 100,000 points. Here, it's the one with the ring. Oh my gosh. Technically, we don't have the ring anymore, but I don't really care. No, I just don't really care. I think it's really cute that we've got Ritost up there with the ring. You need something heavy to weigh down the pan on the right. You reach into your pocket and pull out the gold ring you found in the kitchen. Is it real gold? Is it real gold, by the way? As soon as you add it to the lighter pan, the scale shifts into perfect balance. A recording of cheering children plays, confetti falls, and the pedestal dispenses a ticket. Yay.wav, by the way. That's it. One lousy ticket. By the way, Psychic, when are we playing FNAF code names on your channel? We need to do that. We need to get... What we need to do is we need to get loads of FNAF YouTubers together. Ritost, if you're still watching, you can join this if you want to. And we need to play FNAF code names. It's such a good game. We need to do that stream. Want to do next weekend? Sure. Schedule it. Well, yeah, just do whatever. That's it. One lousy ticket, you mutter. The gold ring was definitely worth more than whatever you can get with this at the prize counter. What a ripoff. You consider grabbing the ring back, but you've always been one to play by the rules, and that includes not cheating at the games. So you take the ticket. It's an old ticket, wrinkled and stained with drops of tomato sauce. The green colour has faded, along with the word stamped on it. Fredbear's Family Diner. Okay. By the way, guys, I don't think that's tomato sauce. Now that's a throwback. Oh, Phone Guy's Bin. That place has been closed for years, but it was a predecessor to Fazbear Entertainment's Freddy Fazbear's Pizza franchise. This artifact might just be worth more than the gold ring if you found the right buyer. Freddy's biggest fans will buy anything. Then you turn the ticket over and the dollar sign fades away. Someone's written on the back of it and the ink looks recent. 2014. Or 2014. Guys, chat, I'm telling you, chat, I would love to know if you think that's a year. It's a bit of a stretch. Like, what year would that be? It's definitely not FNAF 1. FNAF 1 did not take place in 2014. Oh, is it the year FNAF? Oh, it's the year FNAF came out. Guys, it's the year FNAF came out. 2014, 10 years ago. I think it's a reference to FNAF 1. Yeah, you're right. Technically, I said that before anyone said that in chat. Just saying. I came up with that myself. That is a good reference. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. So now we have a ticket. Oh, now we have the code. Okay, great. So at this point, we look for somewhere to hide. The vent under the prize scale would make a great hiding spot. In fact, you could even use the ventilation shaft to crawl to the breaker room without being detected by the animatronics. You stoop to examine the grate covering the vent. It's secured by 4 big screws in each corner. Someone was serious about limiting Foxy's access to the rest of the pizza place, or preventing someone in the vents from accidentally crawling into his lair. Unfortunately, it's also preventing you from escaping through the ventilation shaft. Footsteps approach. You have to get through that grate right now. We do have a screwdriver at this point because we had the screwdriver torch and we also had the pen at some point. So we're going to use the screwdriver. Sorry, I should be putting the items on screen again, but I think I have a good understanding of where most of the items are coming from anyway. So Having the right tool for the right job makes such a difference. The screwdriver makes quick work of removing the screws from the vent cover. You pull it off quietly and climb inside the shaft just as something enters Pirate's Cove. From inside the shaft, you see Foxy's feet as he stomps around looking for you. He stops right in front of the vent opening and studies the scale for a while. You hear a crash, and the scale and toy treasures on it scatter across the floor. Finally, he walks away and out of Pirate's Cove, singing a little ditty. You wipe sweat from your face and take stock of your choices. You think if you turn left, the shaft will lead you back to the security office, which means right should lead toward the stage and the break room. We've already done this whole break room thing. Oh, we don't get a choice. Never mind. Bruce Willis makes this look easy, you think, as you crawl through the ventilation shaft on your hands and knees. The metal is caked in old grease that must have been carried here from the kitchen over the years. Cobwebs cling to your face and hair. Warm air pushes past your face. And you smell something that's definitely dead and rotting. Probably a small animal. I don't think I've seen this before. I don't remember this Bruce Willis line. But this does seem... No, we have seen this. We have seen this. We listened for clues, I think, is what we did. And then we wait and hope for more music. Crawl into the breaker room. And then here, what did we do? I think we... One at a time. Yeah, here we go. And then take the vents back to the security office. And then we're at 6 a.m. Yeah. Cool. So now we have the code. Now we need to find the phone again, which we know is in the security office. Okay, great. You know, I never thought you would say you can speed run the book. It's crazy these days that you can speed run freaking books, but you know. So where's the phone? We're on night 5, right? We're supposed to be on night 5. Vents. Let's listen to the kitchen feed a little longer. I'm interested. Okay, never mind. You switch back to the audio feed from the kitchen and crank the volume on the monitor, leaning closer to the speakers. You hear the hiss of air over the microphone, the hum of the TV, and static crackling. It's as quiet as it... Wait! Something is rustling, moving about. Then you hear a raspy sound that's almost human. It makes moaning, guttural attempts at speech. That's the animatronics do in FNAF 1. It's cool. Weird. Usually, Chica just knocks some pots and pans around in there. Is she trying to tell you something? You lower the volume on your monitor, but you still hear the sounds as clearly as if they were coming from right behind you. Your skin crawls. You switch off the monitor, and in the darkened glass is the distorted reflection of Chica standing over your right shoulder. That's a cool imagery right there. She opens her mouth, and the airy sound she could make could be the word hell. Nice. Oh, she's saying hello in the creepiest way imaginable. The monitor reflects back the utter fear on your face, and the instant Chica grabs you. Cool. Not cool because we died, but cool. So let's just go through these options then. So we close the left door, and then we're here. Where do you get the Mr. Cupcake from? We've never seen that. Here we don't want to use anything. But we've already done all this. Oh yeah, this is where we die, of course. This is where you die unless you use the cupcake. I assume, at least. This is the right door then. Check the cameras, check the vent. We checked the vent. Let's check the cameras. Oh, cool. You pull up the camera for the West Hall to check in on Bonnie's progress, but he isn't in your main concern anymore because Foxy is racing toward the security office. You jump up close to close the left door and to block Foxy, but his footsteps are loud and fast in the hall. He could reach the door before you can shut it. Act fast. If you close the left door again, you hide in the vent. Well, we have to close the left door because then Foxy won't kill us. Oh, wait, he could reach the door before you can shut it. Okay, water pistol then, of course. This is a death, by the way. All you have is a water pistol, so you draw it and take a defensive stance like you practice in the mirror after watching the Lethal Weapon movies. This child's toy is far from lethal, but it makes you feel better, and you hope that Foxy doesn't recognize that it's harmless. Foxy bursts into the office and wastes no time rushing at you, even though you knew he was coming. His sudden aggressive appearance startles you, and you reflexively fire a gun at his chest. Water squirts from the pistol into a tear in Foxy's mascot suit that exposes the metal endoskeleton within. Shockingly, the water sizzles and sparks shoot out of the chest cavity. Shockingly. That's a funny pun. Foxy jerks and stutters to a stop, his hook and exposed metal hand just inches from your neck. The acrid smell of cooked electronics reaches your nostrils. The light in Foxy's eyes dies, and for a moment, regret overwhelms you. You wish it hadn't come to this. He's down for a count now. But there's no time for a eulogy. You brush past him and hurry to the back of the security office. You punch the button to close the ventilation cover, and a metal grate thunks into place. Not a moment too soon, something is moving around inside the ventilation shaft. But now you hear strains of classical music. You sigh. Freddy Fazbear is on his way. I love how the classical music is a common theme in this. It's like, oh, classical music? Oh, Freddy Fazbear's here. Ho, 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 ho. What is the bonus item, by the way? That's my question. We don't know what that is. We've never seen that. I think it's fake. I actually think it's fake. You're an old pro at pushing buttons. You cycle through every camera in the restaurant at a record pace, looking for any sign of the restaurant's star mascot. Everybody's saying, don't tell him. Oh, no. What is... Oh, God. The first 3 Lethal Weapon movies came out in 1987, 1989, and 1992, so it's at least 1992. Good to know. Don't tell them about Into the Pit, where Back to the Future is referenced, and Back to the Future came out in July of 1985. So technically, it would be after the missing children's incident. But we don't talk about that. You're not pro at pushing buttons. You cycle through every camera looking for any sign of restaurant star mascot. You dismiss every location until you get to the East Hall corner. Freddy is standing there and he is looking straight at the camera, just like the East Hall corner in FNAF 1. Love these references. His expression looks the same as ever, but somehow it seems more sinister. His music continues playing, and this time you recognize it. You've been listening to classical music stations on your drives and to and from work for the past few days, hoping it will come up. When it did, a sudden panic attack forced you to pull over to the side of the road until the song ended. But the DJ identified it as a song from the opera Carmen, about a bullfighter. That is true. It is Toreador March. An interesting choice. Is that how Freddy sees himself? Or is it a challenge to the listener to stand up and fight? You choose to fight. In this instance, it means you're locking eyes on that monitor and watching Freddy. As long as you're looking at him and his song is playing, you don't think he will attack. It's a long night watching Freddy, hoping no one will sneak in through the vent and get you while you're preoccupied and essentially helpless. If the other animatronics are still waiting and lurking, they leave you alone. It's just you and Freddy. Your whole world is that small rectangular screen with the grainy image of a murderous animatronic bear in a top hat. You blink as little as possible, though your eyes are burning and blowing with tears. It seems each time you do, the posters on the wall change. That's such a cool line. So cool. One moment, there's a list of restaurant rules behind Freddy. The next, it's a newspaper page showing a headline about missing children, just like in FNAF 1. You want to read it, but you know the moment you shift your focus to anything other than Freddy, you'll be lost. But he keeps trying. You know it has to be Freddy's doing, whether he is somehow changing what's on the walls or merely your perception of them. Blink. Now you're looking at sad, scary children's drawings that make you feel simultaneously vulnerable and malevolent, as if you are both victim and perpetrator of some horrible crimes. This isn't who you truly are. It's this place. You feel like you're losing your mind. Freddy keeps trying to shake your attention. Now he seems to be shifting his position around the room, but it could just as easily be a camera glitch that makes him appear to teleport to different places. If he can do that, you fear he will somehow teleport into the security office, bypassing the closed doors. You dare not look away. Wait. Okay. You dare not to look away from the screen, but it must nearly be 6 a.m. The night is almost at an end, and you're still alive, but your eyes are weary. That is a spelling mistake, by the way. But your eyes are weary from staring at the screen. And you worry you will never lose the image of Freddy. Perhaps it is burned onto your retinas, burned into your very soul. Love this line. Just as you're sure a new day is dawning, you experience vertigo and have the sensation that you're disconnecting from your body, from reality. You black out for a moment, and when you come to, you're in the west corner of the restaurant, staring up at the security camera. Huh? You feel heavier somehow, but also bigger and stronger and cold. What the frick? People are saying Lonely Freddy vibes. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, Lonely Freddy vibes, for sure. I was just thinking in general, body swapping. Or soul swapping. And it's happened only with Freddy's eyes. And probably... only with Freddy's eyes. And only with the camera as well. What? Okay, let's read the end of this. You want to look down at your hands, to make sure you still have all your fingers and that they're not covered in brown fur, and you still have organic bones on a metal endoskeleton. But what if you look away from the camera and are stuck in this body forever? I'm just hallucinating, you think. This isn't real. I might be hallucinating, and this is real. When 6 a.m. rolls around, your shift is over and you head home, feeling both liberated from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and as if you'll never really escape it. So much of your identity is caught up in that restaurant, it can't be that easy to let go. You enter your house and look for Capella. She must be asleep, so you go to her room to wake her up. The door creaks open and a lump under the bed covers moves. Her head pops out, hair a tangled mess as usual. She yawns big, just as she is opening her eyes. You wonder if she will like the new you. Oh my god, I got chills. I got hard chills there. You wonder if she will like the new you. So there was a perspective change there. So this starts out as Ralph as the Freddy looking up at the camera in the East Hall or East Corner or whatever. And then at this point, we are now Freddy in Ralph's body. And we are going home to Capella. And she's just about to open her eyes to what I assume. Well, yeah. Sorry, yeah. It's just Lonely Freddy. It's basically a copy of Lonely Freddy. Because what happens in Lonely Freddy is Alec body swaps with the Freddy. And then the new Alec goes with his family and they live happily ever after because he's not a grumpy teen anymore and he loves his brother and he loves his family and stuff. While the real Alec is now trapped in the Lonely Freddy forever. So this is going to be the same thing here where somehow Freddy is now the actual Ralph. So it's still going to look like Ralph to Capella, but the mind is different, or the soul is different. That's crazy. Sorry if I'm not saying much, but I love Faz literature. Oh my gosh. Faz literature. I don't get that. That's mental. That's one of the weirdest things we've ever seen, really. Well, okay, maybe not. We've seen Fazgoo, we've seen Kids at Play Signs. I think that's probably enough. But I genuinely think that is one of the weirdest endings we've had because it stumped me. It's completely stumped me. Um, Also, to try again, you'll have to try something else with Foxy. Okay. It feels out of place like sea bunnies. Yeah. Yeah, like, I was not expecting this. Okay, here's the reason. Here's the reason this feels out of place. This is a totally FNAF 1 story, right? FNAF 1, we were not introduced, of course, to these sorts of things of like, of like body swapping and soul splitting and stuff like that. But then when we go back to FNAF 1, in the 10 years in the future, when we go back to FNAF 1 and we're in this location and we see a body swap happen, it just feels so out of place. Everything else that we've seen in this book, I feel like could have happened in FNAF 1 if we had more freedom to do so in FNAF 1, I guess. If we weren't just sat in the office the entire time, I feel like these sorts of things could have actually happened in FNAF 1. This is so weird. So weird. The line has to be drawn somewhere. I mean, when I say it's weird, don't get me wrong. It's a good weird. It's a cool weird. I just don't know how to interpret it. Strange. So is it just a big lonely Freddy? That's so weird. Okay. Let's go back. So we don't have the bonus item that I'm predicting doesn't exist at all. So what did we do? Water pistol. We did water pistol. Let's go. Hi guys, I was at a doctor for an appointment. What did I miss? You missed one of the craziest endings, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you can rewind if you want to. It's just a really, really weird ending that I can't get past. That's so weird. Okay, so back with Foxy. Let's close the left door again, just see what that does. Okay. You leap toward the button beside the left door and slam your palm against it hard as if more force will make it close faster. As soon as the reinforced barricade falls into place, you hear a frustrated scream and heavy fists against the metal. The door shakes in the frame and vibrates with each impact, but it holds. You got to that in the nick of time, but movement in the corner of your eye makes you think you still weren't quick enough. Bonnie's face appears at the vent. He tilts his head from side to side and stares at you. You're surrounded with no way out and little hope of surviving until morning. Okay. Before you move on, try hiding in the vent. Where's that? Oh, hiding in the... Okay, so that one was probably the correct option. Okay. This is going to... I swear, if it's anything like what we just saw... Okay. You run and dive for the open vent at the back of the security office and quickly worm your way inside. You turn around and press yourself flat against the cold metal floor, peering out and trying to control your breathing to make as little noise as possible. Foxy bursts into the office and looks around wildly for you, his eyes burning white in the dimly lit room. That's a cool image. He opens the right door, allowing Chica to enter the office, and together the two of them study the TV. They push buttons to check the different cameras around the facility, to check for you. Oh, the roles have reversed, guys. The roles have truly reversed. The sight of the animatronics working together, operating technology, give you a sick feeling in your stomach. Absolutely. That's so weird. Isn't that weird? Can you imagine these killer animatronics working together, using the technology in the pizza place? Huh? It's so cool. But horrifying. It is horrifying. This Five Nights at Ralph's. True. This is more than a fluke in their programming, some faulty logic loop. They're acting strategically with intent. No, that's they've worded that perfectly. That is exactly what's so unsettling about it. It seems they have intent. And we know that there's children's souls in them. Whatever. But the fact that they are... Yeah, actually right. They're way smarter than anyone gave them credit for. Nobody... Oh my god. This is what this book is showing, now that I think about it. Like, the reason everybody gets so many deaths in this book is because it is impossible to get around these animatronics. They are like a fundamental force of nature at this point. It's crazy. These pizzerias are like mousetraps. You can't escape them. They started going 420 mode. True dat. That intent is to murder you. Your breathing is shallow and you're drenched in cold sweat. This is bad. But it gets worse when you hear moaning on your left, echoing down the ventilation shaft. Oh no. Foxy and Chica hear it too, and they're coming to investigate. Shaking, knowing this is the end, you turn to the left. Tears obscure your vision, but you see a large blue blob crawling toward you. Okay, that was a terrible line for an amazing ending. Okay, cool. So we know what the right option is now. And it's this one. Okay, so we read this before. Do we close the vent? Do we have the flashlight? Or do we try to defend ourselves? I swear we've done this before, though. Maybe not. Oh, we used the flashlight, didn't we? Let's try to close the vent. You make a desperate rush to reach the button that will block off the vent. Boosted by adrenaline and your sheer will to survive, you make it there before Bonnie exits the vent. You slap the button in relief. The lights flicker and electricity buzzes, but the ventilation cover doesn't drop. You frantically hit the button again, and nothing happens. The red light behind the translucent button dims. You glance at the two closed doors behind you. There's a reason the vent was open. It appears not enough power has been allocated to the security office to activate both doors and the ventilation cover at the same time. You'll have to choose to open one of the doors in order to divert some juice to power this one. Alas, Bonnie has other plans. He crawls out of the vent, head rotated sickeningly to look at you from the side. He opens his mouth to emit a low, murderous chuckle. Cool. Try to defend yourself. Oh, thanks for joining Fazbrent channel. I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, so it's not the top one, it's not the middle one, it is the last one, just like all of the other options. It's the last one that we frickin' do. Okay. You refuse to go down without a fight. You've been dealing with these animatronics for 4 long nights, surviving by the skin of your teeth, and you are so tired. Tired of being hunted and terrified while you're just trying to do your job, trying to keep them safe. Protecting Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy is the prime directive for every Fazbear Entertainment employee, but you've already resigned. This is your last shift. From now on, your number one priority is keeping your daughter safe. As Bonnie begins to emerge from the vent, you scream and run at him. Bonnie hesitates and looks up at you, his purple eyes wide and mouth slack. When you reach him, you pull back your right leg and kick him in the side of the head as hard as you can. To your astonishment, Bonnie's head flies off. It hits a locker with a crash, then bounces and rolls under the desk. Wow, you say. Someone must have done a bad job of attaching that. Bonnie's body twitches, crawls forward a few steps, and then collapses. Electricity arcs from the torn wires dangling from its neck. You did it. You're safe. But not for much longer. You hear classical music coming toward the security office. Freddy. I find it interesting, one of the options here. By the way, on night 5, call the police for help. Firstly, it took us 5 nights to do this. Secondly, police aren't going to help anyway. So, what's the point? Oh, my throat is getting dry. Call the police? Let's just do it, yeah. But also, like, we're looking for the phone. We're looking for the phone option, so maybe it is that time. Trapped in the security office, you've never felt less safe at Freddy's than you do now. The animatronics are unusually aggressive and relentless. If they keep beating on those doors, it's only a matter of time before they give. The only tool at your disposal is the phone on the desk. You pick up the handset and try to dial 911, but you can't get an outside line. You never did learn the access code that would allow you to call out. But that doesn't mean you're completely helpless. You start dialing the extensions of other phones around the restaurant, the dining area, the kitchen, the backstage. On the security cameras, you pick up the ringing and immediately the banging cases as the animatronics are lured away. They'll be back, probably soon. You hope if you keep this up, you can keep them busy chasing the ringing away from the office. You notice the red light blinking on the phone. That wasn't there earlier, you're pretty sure. It could be an automated announcement from management. They try to avoid direct conversations whenever possible. Or maybe someone has sent you a message. Here we go, chat. Here we go. You dial it into the voicemail system. It prompts you for a 4-digit passcode. Beep boop boop. 2014. Oh. Oh, cool. I just want to try these, just to see what happens. 4 digits, could be a year, you think. Can't remember what year the first Freddy Fazbear's opened, or its predecessor, Fredbear's Family Diner, but 1 year does stick out. It was known as the Big Bite. Oh, cool. So the Bite of 83 is the Big Bite. Okay, good to know. Until it happened again 4 years later, kind of like how World War I was just the Great War until another one came along. Speaking of tragedies that could have been avoided. You punch in the numbers 1983 and the phone line crackles. Then you hear a sobbing child. There's definitely a little boy crying on the other end of the line. He's shouting, "No! Let me go!" Oh my god. You lean forward. Hello? Hello? If that was intentional, well done. Are you there? Talk to me, kid. No, please, I don't want to. Direct lines from FNAF 4. Your skin prickles. You realize you're listening to a recording. You can't help anyone. Give you a closer look, another boy says, his voice mean and hard. You hear children's laughter and bubbly pop music. One of Fredbear's original hits, The Secret Ingredient Is You, which you haven't heard in years. Righto said Bite of 83 year confirmation. Wait! Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even piece that together because I just assumed, like, we didn't actually 100% know it was in 1983. But yeah, this is confirmation that the Big Bite happens in 1983. So there you go. Okay. Hey, stop that. Put him down. A man shouts. A man shouts that? Really? Get back from the stage. Do not touch the bear. People start shouting and screaming. Music plays on. The boy cries on. Until... crunch. You hang up the phone. But you can still hear a child crying. You twist around in your seat and see... crunch. What? What is that ending? That's so weird. That's so edgy. Okay. But either way, that's really cool from a lore perspective. That's really cool. Bite of 83 is actually the Big Bite. And it seems like a man shouts, "Get back from the stage, do not touch the bear." Was that William Afton? Potentially. Ozone laughs at kid's fatal injury. Yeah, put that on a clips channel. That would get 1 million views. Is there anything else we can get from this? I think it's just really cool that we had... This would have been cool to have as an Easter egg in Into the Pit. One of the phone numbers that we could have done. Like, I know we got like a Springlock incident, but this would have also been really cool if we had like proper voice recordings of the Big Bite. What's going to happen is I'm still going to call it the Bite of 83 accidentally because the Big Bite just doesn't work as well, I don't think. But but that's really cool. That's really cool that it's actually called the Big Bite, and we know now it 100% happens in 1983. Hi sis, how's it going? Okay, now they're just having a conversation. The verified users are conversating in my chat. What a pleasure. Okay. Let's go back. 1987. Oh, please tell me we get confirmation of who did the Bite of 87. Please. 4 digits. Could be a year, you think. You can't remember what year the first Freddy Fazbear's was opened or its predecessor, Fredbear's Family Diner. But 1 year does stick out. Who could forget the so-called Bite of 87? Here we go. You shudder. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe. Direct line from FNAF 1, people. You punch in the numbers 1987 and there's a long pause before you hear two garbled words slowed down. Edo Capsabononi, which actually is incorrect passcode. Okay. To be fair, it was the big bite before the bite of 87, like how it was the Great War. Okay, right. Just copy it from the book. Hey sis, have you read this yet? Didn't you say you were planning on reading this? It's a really good book. I'm telling you. Believe me, and Rye will back me up as well. This is amazing. Okay, so it says incorrect passcode backwards. It takes you a moment to understand that it said incorrect password. Okay, I'm so stupid. I can literally read one more sentence ahead and I would know what it says without trying to freaking read backwards. Okay, it says incorrect passcode in reverse. The voicemail system is glitching out. You tried typing the numbers again, or should you enter in 7891 instead to get it back to normal? This time, you hear a series of clicks and the whir of a tape deck being rewound. Then a voice speaks. It sounds familiar, then you recognize it as your own voice. You're listening to a recording you made some time ago for new employees. Someone has edited it. Hey, good job. Night 5. Keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. Well, just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night. Thanks for the words of encouragement, past me. You wish you could leave a recording for that guy. Keep dialing to the end of the shift. Okay, so we've been here before. Okay, cool. Was there anything there that I need to know, guys? Like lore-wise? I don't think there was... I do find this weird. Like, what is this? Who's edited this? And why... Why are we doing this whole reverse thing? It seems like I understand the solution, but I don't know how we got there, if you know what I mean. Feels like it's associating Jeremy with the bite of 87. Oh, I see. Because it's a voice recording from 1987 that would have gone to Jeremy. I don't really see the Jeremy thing. Good job, Night 5. Please keep a close eye on things. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. Oh, that's definitely Jeremy. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. Because Jeremy, tell me if I'm wrong, chat. Jeremy in FNAF 2, doesn't he work the first 5 nights and then on the 6th night he's replaced by Fritz because he takes the day shift, and then it's assumed that in the day shift it's the bite of 87. Is that right? Am I right in saying that? That message is exactly the someone used one of the suits message from FNAF 2 with the incriminating bits cut out. Is it? I can't really remember the phone guy lines, to be honest. It's been so long since I played the original FNAF games. Voicemail sent to Jeremy. How do you not see it? Well, yeah. Okay, sure. I think it's more convincing now. I know that this is. Now I know this is directly from the game, from FNAF 2. So yeah, that's quite convincing. And the replacement part, yeah. Definitely. That is a connection to Jeremy. But it's not necessarily a connection to the bite of 87. I know we introduced this with the bite of 87, but that's kind of setting up why Ralph would put 1987 in the first place. It is setting up that 1987 and Jeremy are connected. I don't know fully if... Yeah, that's one to think about. Either way, like, I think most people believe Jeremy is the victim of the bite of 87 anyway, so it doesn't really change much. Okay, so we have our tickets. It implies it was a recording for multiple new employees. The original game already implies Jeremy is the bite victim. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think even... I don't think that changes anything whichever way it goes. Because, like, if it is actually Jeremy is the bite victim, we already knew that. This is just further making that connection. And if it's not, then... What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hi, Inky. How's it going? You're still going? Yeah, we do 3-hour streams these days. I love 3-hour streams. I am very tired though. My voice is going, my back is aching, and I really need to edit some videos. I have been stressing myself out recently. Dang bro is suited up for the novel. Hell yeah. No, I came home from work and started doing this. That's right, I am burning myself out. Why did Psychic say Inky Mommy? Okay. Oh, Inky moment. That's funny. Okay, we have a ticket. So this is probably how we get to night 6, maybe. So this is 2014. You reach deep down into your pocket and fish out the prize ticket you found in Foxy's Pirate Cove. Now that you look at it in better light, you're not positive that those dark stains are from food at all. You check the back of it, and just like you thought, there are 4 numbers written there in pen: 2, 0, 1, and 4. I wonder. You punch them into the phone's keypad. Voicemail. You have 1 new message. Press 1 to play it. Press 2 to listen to saved messages. Press 3 to record a message for another extension. You tap 1. Message 1. Received 5 minutes ago. The line clicks and you hear a woman's voice whispering. Ralph, if you're hearing this, you've probably realised by now that something is going on with the animatronics. They aren't acting normally, even for them, and it's because of you. Who is this? How does she know my name, do you think? And how is any of this my fault? You're probably wondering who I am. I bet you don't remember me, but you interviewed me for a summer job at Freddy's, and you decided not to hire me. Ralph, you saved my life. Management often invites you to screen applicants to see if they've got the right stuff for the job when there's more than one person interviewing. It isn't often that a woman wants to work here. So you do remember her now. Her name was Bronwyn something. Only thing is, you gave her a glowing recommendation and were surprised when management didn't hire her. You might have been influenced because Bronwyn reminded you of your daughter. She came across as smart, capable, and dependable. All the qualities you need to be good, to be a good security guard. She asked all the right questions. She had all the right answers. If anything, she was too good for this place. Maybe that's why they didn't hire her. My name is Bronwyn Light. That summer, I took a newspaper internship instead, and now I'm a reporter. She hesitates. Junior reporter. I've been fascinated with Freddy's for years though, and when we started hearing about things happening here, I made it my business to dig into the truth. I found out so much, but my editor won't let me print any of it. I can't let it go. I just learned something. Don't ask me how. That means you're in danger. We all are. She takes a deep breath. Especially Coppelia. Why does she know anything about your daughter? This is venturing into stalker territory. What's Bronwyn's angle? That's such a weird line to put there. I love that. Inky, I saw you've read this. Weren't you on Psychic Stream for this? Maybe not. Oh no, you weren't, I don't think. This is official Phone Guy book, and we are about to get the secret ending, I think, or we're about to go into night 6, I think. But Inky, this book is so good. You need to read this book. I think Inky was only on the VIP stream. Oh, okay, maybe I'm misremembering. Ralph Phone Guy. You have to trust me, Ralph. My sources say that the animatronics are planning something. That's right. They aren't just mindless puppets. You may not believe any of this. If you take a moment to think about it, you know it's true. They've been getting bored of night after night being the same. This whole week, they've been doing more and more than they used to, testing their limits as well as yours. See, since you decided to leave, they've started thinking about how they could leave too. That's impossible, you think. It's not impossible, she continues. They've been messing with the power in the restaurant, redirecting it to their charging platforms, storing up extra energy so they can travel further. One more night, and they'll be able to leave Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and terrorize people outside. I'm so sorry. It just seems like such a funny line. A funny situation. It's going back to the thing of like the animatronics all at like the desk, like looking through the cameras and stuff and working together. It's just the idea that they're really bored, so every night they go around looking for more energy and charging themselves up even more so that they can run away. It's so freaking funny. And then this extra cherry on the top, terrorize people outside. I don't know why they needed to add that. I know this is your last night on the job, but you have to come back tomorrow. You're the only person who can prevent them from escaping. If you can get under the stage, you can fix the charging platform so they can't power up enough to leave. I bet you're wondering, well, why doesn't she do something? I did. I tried. I broke into the restaurant a few nights ago. Jeremy got me. I mean, Bonnie. Sorry about that mess. Okay, casual Jeremy reference. What the frick? So we've had a Susie reference and a Jeremy reference. I swear to God, if anybody here tells me that this book isn't canon, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to throw myself out the window. It is crazy that that's the plan, yeah. It's crazy. How does she know the name Jeremy? Well, she's a reporter. She's a reporter. So and she's been fascinated with Freddy, so she's probably seen the missing children's incident newspapers and stuff. And she broke in, so she probably saw that as well. Okay. I've held on as long as I can, but I can't make it any longer, she laughs bitterly. So this is my last night too. Don't worry about trying to save me. It's too late. Just worry about saving your daughter. Save everyone else. Please, Ralph. If you find my phone in the restaurant, do me a favour. Call my mother. Let her know what happened to me. She'll know what to do, and if we're lucky, she'll find my research and the stories I've written, and we'll be able to make sure that Fazbear Entertainment never... Oh, you hear a child's laughter, and then a monstrous mechanical roar. Oh, so this is the phone guy of the phone guy. Or the phone girl. Oh my God, this is phone girl. Phone girl's here. I feel like Jeremy and Susie references confirm Gabriel and Fritz by osmosis. Absolutely, bro. Well, yeah, of course, because they're not gonna have Jeremy and Susie and then not continue on with Gabriel and Fritz and maybe Cassidy. So yeah. Where was I? Oh. The line crackles and you hear strange tones of noise. Then Bronwyn speaks again, but her voice is garbled and low. It's me. Click. End of message. You sit for a moment in silence watching the clock tick over to 6 a.m. When you try to play Bronwyn's message again, it's gone as if it never happened. You could have hallucinated it, you think. That would be the easy way out. You survived your fifth and final night at Freddy's. You never have to come back here again. You get to leave and go home to your daughter and put this place behind you. Bronwyn was practically a stranger. You don't owe her anything, but she chose to run to danger, to give up her life to protect other people. You were right about her, you sigh. It's not over. Haha. Okay. You don't remember the drive home or falling asleep on the couch, but you wake up and Coppelia is sitting at the end of your couch, your feet in her lap, while she plays a video game. What? What time is it? You struggle to sit up. Dad, you messed up my high score. I was almost going to beat GGY. She keeps operating the controller. It's 11. 11 p.m.? It's pouring and grey outside the window, but it's clearly daytime. Shouldn't you be in school? You said I could stay home to get... Oh my God. You said I could stay home today. I did? You rub your bleary eyes. I don't remember that. You crashed pretty hard when you got home from work. You hear a digitized crashing sound from the TV as the pink car collides head-on with the purple car. She shakes her fist. Purple car! Is that Midnight Motorist? Oh. Oh, for God's sake. Not more Midnight Motorist. Why? Okay. But that doesn't tell us anything. So she's playing Midnight Motorist, I assume? Or Midnight Motorist X, as the people call it back in those days. Which is funny because Midnight Motorist is in FNAF 6, which is in the future from this. So I don't know why I'm saying back in those days. The Aftonmobile. Yes, also known as the Midnight Motor. Alright. Midnight Motorist music intensifies. Such a banger. She sets her controller down and shifts to face you. How does it feel, huh? Being done with that job. You frown. Dad, no. You're done, right? You quit. I might need to go back tonight. I left some unfinished business. Let someone else finish it. You were wrecked when you came home. This week almost killed you. Just spit it. Spit it? Just put it all behind you. I'll eat PB and J's if you're worried about the money. Capella presses her hands together. Oh, she's so cute. Please. This is where you need to be right now. But you still lie awake at night worrying about how long you can keep her safe. I really like this, actually. Because this is an ending. Like that's an official ending. But I love that you get the option to sign up. And chat, how long does night 6 take? I'm trying to think about how to do this because we've been streaming for 3 hours at this point, and I'm getting tired, and I need to make Gravity Falls videos. Does anybody know how long night 6 is? A while. Let me have a look. I'm gonna 6 hours. Thanks, Psychic, for your stupid frickin'... Okay. I think... Oh, it looks long. It looks pretty long. Okay, you know what? I'm so sorry to do this, but I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. We got 2 endings today. It's a while and there's a lot of endings. Okay. We got 2 endings. I'm happy. It's not that bad, maybe another hour. I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Frick. I don't know if I'm free tomorrow. Oh, don't make that stupid face. It's okay, thanks for the long stream. I could do it. Okay, fine. Let the man make Gravity Falls videos. No, fine. I'm going to treat you guys. I'm going to do it now. Everybody stop leaving. I love how people leave as soon as I... Wait until tomorrow? Okay, I'm going to do a poll. When? Now? I think I might have to put Friday. I feel like you might want to save it for another... You know what? I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it, I think, because I think there's still quite a few endings. It's best experience when I'm not tired, absolutely. There's a lot of endings. There's a whole other night that we need to do. So I think we're going to do one more stream on this. And because I think I might be doing my first ever gig tomorrow, maybe. I might be playing guitar in front of some people, so that's not nerve-wracking at all. But I think Friday definitely I will be able to do. I'm just upset because I thought we were going to finish today, but this book seems to be bigger than I thought. Okay, I'm going to call it. We are going to do Friday. That is a black screen. That is my full screen. There we go. Hello. I'm gonna go rest. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go rest. I'm gonna go edit some Gravity Falls videos. If any Gravity Falls viewers are here, we should have another reaction up today, hopefully. Depends how fast I edit the video today. Anyway, I will hopefully see you Friday. It's like I was saying before you go. Okay, I'll read the chat, but hopefully Friday. Bass was for your gig. Oh, thanks. Hopefully Friday we will finish this here and yeah, whatever. That was so awkward. We will finish this book finally. It has taken like 2 weeks to finish, but it was worth it. I will say we've got some really cool lore today. This book is amazing. It's fantastic. It's one of the best books I think we've read yet, and we haven't even finished it yet. So I think Friday we will go through night 6, and then we will what's it called? We will phase through the rest of the book. What's it called? We will no clip. There we go. We'll no clip through the book, and we will try and find the other endings and deaths that we haven't found yet. I am so tired. This book is a lot longer than VIP, I will say that. But it's a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching once again. It has been a pleasure. And I will see you on Friday, hopefully. See ya!